Yeah, you know it, KD, the laughing stock niggas got that voice. In this crazy world, we gotta make a choice. They say our logic swishy, but we're making noise from the top of the charts. Here the people rejoice. Stop being buck munchers, just get swishy with us. Join the laughter wave, make a fuss. Stop being buck munchers, just get swishy with us. Join the laughter wave, make a fuss.
Hello. Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of the Squishy Logic, the show where two comedians talk about random things and something stuck to my head, sorry.
All right.
And it took us a hell of a long time to get on. Sorry we're a bit late because technical issues like crazy. It's Friday the 13th.
It is.
What the hell do you expect?
Little things are going to go wrong.
Yeah, well, yeah. I've had big giant things go wrong.
Actually, let's just double check those audios because I don't trust that for shit.
Okay,
Okay, we're good.
We're good.
We're good.
Yeah. It's not bad to not trust it. I don't.
That's right.
Thing.
Yeah.
Shouldn't trust it.
You should never trust the audio, guys. Just know that whenever you try and podcast, never trust the audio.
I just meant in general you just shouldn't trust. Full stop.
Just shouldn't trust.
You shouldn't trust in general.
Just don't trust people.
It's easier not to.
Yeah.
If you don't trust people, you can't be.
You can't be disappointed.
You can't be disappointed, and you also can't be.
Are you a disappointed?
What? It sounds like a disappointed retard.
Yeah.
Disappointed. Yeah. I'm definitely not a disappointed.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a disappointed.
Over the last 4 days,
I always get my hopes up only to be disappointed. I'm a disappointed.
Oh, I get my hopes up. I'm an optimist. Optimist-tard.
Optard.
Optard. There you go. I'm an optard.
He's optarded.
I'm optarded. I like that. I might use that in general. The optard.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, though, of course, there's been many things going on in the world lately, and we'll get on to the main subject, which is something I'm surprised you haven't heard about.
Yeah, I didn't know about this.
I suppose we could get straight onto it, actually, because it's more of just a chatty
Let's
one.
get
anyway.
fucking into it.
Let's get straight the fuck into it.
Let's get into art.
The drones then that are appearing all over the UK and now America. You haven't heard any of this?
No.
Okay, so first, I think I told you about the drones in the UK.
Right.
There's in Anglesey, there's a base.
It would be
Anglesey,
fucking Anglesey, wouldn't it?
yeah, they got nukes, and they had a load of new nukes given to them by America.
Right.
But for the weeks before it, and then the time after, there were these drones just flying all around the base.
Right.
And they used this new technology they got where like it shoots stuff up, and it will either like they can like drop the plane, they can whatever. Worst case scenario, they could shoot it out anyway.
Right. Yeah.
But they haven't been able to actually down a single one of them yet. Not a single one.
Not a one.
Not one. And now it's gone over to America. New Jersey, there's loads of these drones been seen all around the city. There's so many videos from people of these drones, you know.
Yeah.
Some of them the size of I've heard the size of a small car, which I don't know about that part. I've heard that, but drones can mean anything. They can mean big to small.
Yeah.
But once again, they've been going over the there's a army base there as well, and they've been all around there and stuff. So I'm assuming they've probably got nukes too.
Yeah.
And once again, they haven't been able to down one yet.
Jesus.
Not a single one. I've heard stories about some reports about some of the drones moving in ways that our stuff wouldn't.
Right. So it's potentially advanced technology or alien technology.
That's the question. Is it? Either way, it's very interesting and bad.
Yeah.
Because
someone is looking at us and we can't tell who they are.
Yeah.
And we can't get them to get down and have a look.
Hobbyist drone flyer, he got a really good one, like, he's a proper good one.
Yeah.
He wanted to try and have a look what was going on, and he got up and he said he got near to one of these drones, and then his fully charged battery just died completely.
Fuck.
Dropped.
That's weird.
With some kind of technology anyway, like drone, because I know about like jamming technology.
Yeah.
Technically, there was also something that jammed. It might have been one of these drones. I think it was actually. That
I mean, did it show any signs of overheating afterwards, or was it just
no? All the videos I've seen, there's no, you can't even see like anything how they're flying.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are nice. Like with a drone, like like that's the thing. They don't really have like the classic, combustion kind of way to move, do they?
Right.
Drones.
Yeah, no.
If they're the helicopter one,
Yeah,
anyway.
it's usually a battery and just a spinner.
But also as well, that's another thing. Drones, as you know, short battery life.
Yeah.
These things have been up there for fucking some of them like 5 hours longer. And this has been like probably longer than that as well.
Yeah.
It's just been going on for weeks again.
So, I mean, do we have footage of these? Do we have photographs of these?
There's footage and photographs. Some of them, you can tell, in my opinion, some of the videos are planes. People are getting a bit
overstimulated.
Yeah. But some of them are just straight up like,
the fuck is that?
The triangle ones a lot of the time.
Yeah. Triangles have been talked about in UFO circles for a while as well.
If I type in drones, drones on UK bases right there, drones New Jersey. It's for drones. Let's just type in drones, see what happens. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna
react. Neil deGrasse Tyson reacts to mysterious drones.
Oh, great! Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna have a great fucking opinion on all of it.
Yeah,
he's always he's just such a science man. How can you
so
not listen to him?
what you've got to understand about these drones is they're usually just a drone that someone's flying. Okay, and it's not alien. It's not anything to be worried about. It's just a drone. It's just everything that happens that's like remotely interesting.
We want to update you on a story we've been following. Those drones that have been spotted over New Jersey in recent weeks.
Can you pull the screen forward?
Waited yesterday, say they don't appear to be coming from overseas, but many state and local officials are on high alert.
Looks like fucking Terminator
correspondent Tom Hansen, who's here in Studio 55 with us live.
It's just loads of videos like
yesterday
this.
Say they don't appear to be coming from overseas, but many state and local officials are on high alert.
Actually, I did say something. I just realized I saved
Tom Hansen, who's here in Studio 55 with us live in person, because you're usually traveling all around the country reporting.
Because I know one of them won't screw me over for claiming a few seconds. The one's all about free speech. So if they do, it's like, hold on now. What the fuck are you going on about? Open your can.
Oh yeah,
motherfucker. Or they're yawning and whatnot.
I know.
Where's the one?
Get some liquid sleep in my face.
I think it was this one. This is PBD. Anyone who likes,
yesterday,
a bit more intellectual podcasts and that kind of thing, talking about politics, and not just taking the piss constantly like we do. PBD, I'd very much recommend, or Valuetainment. It's on the channel is. It's a PBD podcast. They would have big people on there like Trump and that, but I know at one point in this there's a video. I swear it was 3 minutes or something, because I'm writing it down. I don't think that's the one I was on about actually. Okay, let's just go to the beginning, because I know it's there somewhere. Oh, that might be it.
Flip and break. You think that's accidental? And near military research sites in New Jersey, Governor Phil Murphy noted 49 reports already.
I'll let him fill us in a little bit.
Is this us? Yeah. How the hell does our own government not know what it is? So New Jersey Senator John Bramnick, is that the video you have, Rob, or no?
I have Jeff Van Drew.
Okay, so let me read this one here. Issued a press release urging the state to issue a limited state of emergency banning all drones until the public receives an explanation regarding these multiple sightings following reports of large drones flying over President-elect Trump's Bedminster golf course. Give me a flipping break. You think that's accidental? And near military research sites in New Jersey, Governor Phil Murphy noted,
but why would you have a drone
Sunday alone, acknowledging that some could be possible sightings,
wanted to
and potentially
be
the same drone being reported more than once. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre stated, "We are certainly aware. The president is aware. So we are closely tracking the activity and coordinating closely with relevant agencies, including DHS and." Drones did not have anything else to share regarding. You know it's not foreign, then what is it? But she said she did not have anything else to share regarding the investigation. If you want to play the clip with the reaction of this senator, I think it's a congressman that had an insider.
Probably about a month ago.
Right, this is
that contains these drones. That ship is a month ago. Iran.
If you want to play the clip, Rob, with the reaction of this senator, I think it's a congressman that had an insider share something with them. Go ahead, Rob. Play this clip.
Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones. That mothership is off. I'm going to tell you the deal. It's off.
The basic thing he's going to get
What
at
the
here
fuck?
is that Russia. We know that Iran did buy a load of drones from Russia. That's the known thing. And last year was something that they were planning to use. But normal drones though, the ones that Russia would have, because Russia are on the pinnacle of research and development nowadays.
No.
I just don't see if they were just normal drones. Why? I don't. Have they not tried to shoot them out of the sky yet?
Yeah, that doesn't.
They
make
attack
sense
them
to
with
me.
these things, and that's supposed to be like the best form of.
Why haven't they shot them the fuck down? It doesn't make sense.
Or maybe they haven't, because they shut down that weather balloon, the Chinese spy balloon thing, in the end, after it had already gone over the whole of America. Hell, they shoot down Alaska.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what's in Alaska, actually, in that case, then?
I mean, it'd be interesting if it was like there was something on board. Maybe that's why they light up, is because they've got some kind of electrical field that just saps the energy out of everything there. But that's sci-fi shit.
Yeah,
that's full-blown sci-fi shit.
This is the shit that's like going on right now. I'm really surprised you haven't heard about it.
They've launched drones, is everything that we can see or hear. And again, these are from high sources. I don't say this lightly. Now, we know there was a probability it could have been our own government. We know it's not our own government because they would have let us know. It could have been some really glorified hobbyist or hobbyists that were doing something unbelievable. They don't have the technology. But let's pretend that's possible. It could have been some really glorified hobbyist or hobbyists that were doing something unbelievable. They don't have the technology. But let's pretend that's possible. The third possibility was somebody, an adversarial country, doing this. Know that Iran made a deal with China to purchase drones, motherships, and technology in order to go forward. The sources I have are good. I can't reveal who they are because they are speaking to me in confidentiality. These drones should be shot down. Whether it was some crazy hobbyist.
It should be shut down. I don't understand why they're all around it. They haven't been shut down.
Yeah.
Is it like, possibly could it be, apparently, like the American people, whoever like does that side, the aviation people, they've come out and said it's not one of ours because they've obviously done testing back in the day, But would they say anyway, like when somebody like decades ago, reported seeing this triangular thing in the sky in the same areas, it just turned out to be 10 years later it was a stealth bomber.
Yeah.
So is that what this is? But at the same time, there's also different variations in
but again, like the reason why the stealth bomber works is because the stealth bomber was black and they didn't have any fucking extra lights on it. It was just this thing that was invisible to see almost.
Yeah.
These things are lit the fuck up like a Christmas tree.
That's the thing.
It's like they're saying, whoever it is who's watching is saying, I'm fucking watching you. It's a very clear threat of some form. If it's not an American project,
and then a lot of them aren't even reporting the fact that they were here first in the UK.
Yeah,
like they're just
that's so fucking weird.
It's like they followed the news. I mean, if it is aliens, though, for example, it's very known that they fly over the nuke sites all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe like we was talking before about time being.
But I mean,
time isn't malleable? It's already done. Mate, if they've been able to see, imagine they got crazy technology they can see into the future, and they know we're about to nuke each other.
But let's look at this. Let's look at this as if it's a military thing, which it's more likely to be.
More likely, yeah.
Then that means that someone is clearly saying we are reconning your areas.
You what about like an enemy military?
Yeah, they're going, we are reconning your entire country. We want you to know that we are reconning your country. And the only reason you do that is if you are intending to increase aggression at some point soon.
Which all of Russia, Iran, all of them talked about doing. Because
and the BRICS nations are all joining up with Russia as well and stuff like that.
What?
The BRICS. Did you not know about that?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, mate. So Russia did their own G whatever summit or whatever it is, or NATO summit,
right?
With a group of countries that are referring to themselves as the BRICS nations.
The BRICS.
Yeah.
Any reason for that?
It's just the acronym of the thing that they're part of.
Okay.
And
they're joining in with Russia now.
They're joining up with Russia. And it includes people like, I think, India and Iran and like loads of places.
India's not the one we want.
No.
Oh, forgot. You took too long. It was the other guy trying to call. You were a flower salesman. Ken, what were you saying? Sorry.
So yeah, the BRICS nations are now a thing.
Yeah.
And they're all on basically on Putin's side and are basically saying, you know, Ukraine, there's nothing that's wrong happened there at all. Putin's completely right. He deserves everything, and we're all going to work together to see that the West is no longer the powerhouse of the world.
The problem is,
we're going to have our own powerhouse.
The problem is, though, at the same time, like I said, I totally understand why they would be saying this stuff is because of America, because they did do the stuff in Ukraine.
Yeah.
They did try to encourage NATO, like they said they wouldn't. But at the same time,
they're also talking about having,
and they wouldn't let Russia join when they wanted to.
Yeah, but they're also talking about having their own different centralized money system. So the fiat system, as it stands at the moment, which took over from the gold standard, means that all money in the world is directly tied to the value of the US dollar.
Oh.
It is the US dollar is used as the comparison point for all other finances, essentially.
Right, okay.
So, what they're talking about is going, well, fuck your value. We're going to have our own value that we set over here, which is going to allow us to set our own prices in more reasonable ways between each other.
They don't have to be trading between each other.
Exactly, because they don't have to use the American dollar as the price point anymore. They can use something else as the price point, and then it's like everyone else is either increases or decreases in value around.
American dollar is probably worth fuck all nowadays compared to when it did that anyway.
In comparison, it's a lot weaker than it was, and the British pound is fucking weak in comparison to what it was.
Of course.
I mean, you know, we are not in a good state. And it starts to make more and more sense for those kinds of countries.
Exactly.
Like, why would we stick to these?
Especially India.
Because your money is dive bombing like a piece of shit.
India's the one out of them that, like, you know, they join with Russia and, like, I'm like, oh, okay, that could.
Yeah, it could be really.
China still, to me, I feel like they're going to kind of be Sweden. They're going to be neutral.
Yeah.
Because they know they can make so much money through it.
Side, yeah. And they'll have their own like spies in everyone's fucking work while they're developing next gen weapons.
Probably figure out who's obviously going to win and then maybe help them right at the end to look good.
Yeah.
Do what America did in World War II, basically.
Yeah.
You know, they were forced to. They only did it when they were forced to as well.
Yeah. Oh dear, we're looking at a really interesting world in the next few years.
I mean, but let's be honest though as well. Let's think about it from another point of view too, though, the drones, because there's other things that we missed out there. Him saying hobbyists don't have this kind of technology. So first of all, what kind of technology are you saying then? Because you haven't pointed out that these are in any way special drones yet.
No, yeah, that's it. They were just like, oh, they're just drones, they're just drones, they're just drones, and they're coming from a mothership from China. So they're like, you know, they're just basic bitch-ass drones. They're just drones. Oh, but these hobbyists don't have this technology. Right, what? Okay. There's hobbyists who can get fucking stuff into space.
Let's think about this. Hobbyists, who technically would be a hobbyist, like all of anonymous online, you know. Hobbyists, big groups of people that could just be like, we're all gonna get drones.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fuck over. Like, we're gonna go to New Jersey and go around the city, and there's an army base there, so you're there too.
Yeah.
And it's
don't discount the hobbyists.
Could it be just the fact of the sheer number of them, which is why it's hard? But that's the thing, though. It should be so easy to shoot down like a good drone.
You'd think, like, why? Again, that is the ultimate question. Why haven't you shot down one of these drones yet?
Or, well, I suppose the better question is, have they? Or like,
if you have, what kind of drone is it?
Well, but also, I'm saying, have they tried to shoot them out of the sky and they couldn't?
That's it. Because again, if it does have some form of like electronic scrambling, if you fire a warhead at it, it's just going to go shoo.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's now kind of like can bounce like away, kind of thing, like go through.
Well, I don't. That's the thing. Maybe they haven't tried conventional weaponry. Maybe they've been trying to fire missiles at it the entire time.
That seems fucking weird.
And it's been firing the fucking tracking
fire a missile at one drone.
Yeah, no, but that's the way that the Americans would deal with it.
Oh,
they plot a SAM site down somewhere and just go fucking fire a rocket at it.
The thing is that we've got that Dragonfire thing now, which is perfect, in my opinion, to take out a drone.
Yeah.
£10 a shot of a laser straight into a drone. With the shit we've got, I generally just don't understand why for weeks and weeks now they haven't been able to shoot
one down. At least one.
That makes it strange to me.
Yeah.
Like, to me, they must have tried.
Yeah, and failed.
And failed. So
what is it?
I just don't.
Why can't you shoot this down?
I don't see Iran getting these from Russia. Like, if Russia had these kind of drones, that couldn't be, like the army and America and UK couldn't do shit to stop them. We'd have known already.
Yeah.
They wouldn't just sell it to Iran and then Iran uses it.
Yeah.
What the hell would that be the case? That makes no sense.
Why isn't Russia using them?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if Russia's aware of this. They're in a war.
Yeah. This could be really useful, Russia. I don't have booty poots, mate.
Bloody poo poo. Come on.
Come on, boy.
Dude.
You're telling me Iran can get their hands on these, but you can't, motherfucker?
No, he sold them to them.
Yeah, what?
Russia sold them to Iran.
I thought they said China.
Did they?
Yeah.
I thought they said Russia.
No, I thought they said China.
Let's go back because I
swear he said China.
That we can't imagine and we deal with China doing this. That Iran made a deal with China.
China. Okay,
so, like, you little Vladdy Poot Poots, if your little bitch country underneath you, Iran, can get their hands on it, why can't you?
And if China's got that kind of thing,
walk in there, go, you want more support? I want a drone.
Well, I don't get that. If China's got that kind of thing that can fly over and do that, why was they sending a balloon to recon before?
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose maybe.
Yes. No. Fucking great point.
Good point. Yeah. Then again, though, as well, maybe they could be thinking it's easier to explain away a balloon. I drifted away. I just drifted away.
Yeah, but like, come on.
Oh, we didn't. We were bowling with you.
Yeah.
Well,
it was actually for a good friend of mine funeral. It floated away, and it took pictures while it went. It was meant to represent his body, disappearing.
They take photos of us as it goes up,
and instead, it flew over America and took loads
just went
of pictures.
So far, all the way around the world almost. Yeah, but it's a weird one, man.
Yeah,
I'm interested by it. Like, it's one of those ones that we've got to kind of keep an eye on. I don't think. Well, there is other things about it, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's all just guesswork at this point. Like, there is nothing to base it on.
No. It's guesswork, and that's the scary thing. Is like when your own country is guessing what the fuck is happening in its own skies.
Yeah.
Jesus. Come on. I mean, there's international flights going over all the time.
We want to update you on a story we've been following. Those drones that
just to get an idea, look, actually, I'm going to put it back onto the presentation so everyone can see it. I'm going to give an example of how many all the videos, talking about it. We just type in drones, New Jersey.
Yeah.
All like the proper news as well, look, though. They're just like looking at that one, for example, looks weird. Like you said about being illuminated.
Yeah.
Videos capture puzzling drones over New Jersey. Serious drones over New Jersey hearing. Because of state of emergency, house hearing. Damn. I didn't know about that. That's right now.
Right. It is a state of emergency.
State of emergency.
What the fuck are these things?
Yeah,
and why the fuck are they over the American?
Oh, see what I'm saying about how many there are, look.
Jesus.
There's so many things about it. That's why I was really surprised and hadn't heard about it.
Why does it have those 3 giant glowing bits? What the fuck is this?
That's just a bit. Some of the ones, like I said, I've seen are people jumping on. There's like blatantly like a helicopter or plane.
Yeah,
because it's got those blinks.
God!
Oh
my god! Yeah.
It's just it's crazy, man. It's really interesting. Just it's something to proper keep an eye on.
Why the fuck can't America keep its own airspace clear?
Hey man, it's not just America; it's us too.
Yeah.
Don't just assault America.
No, I'm not saying, but America is, you don't fuck with America.
Nowadays, though, they're not the powerhouse that they used to be. I can't remember who said it, but somebody was talking about, like, just imagine like India and other countries that are doing so well now, like they've got so much money, looking at America and Britain, being like, what happened?
Yeah,
it's true. What the fuck happened, man?
What the fuck happened?
Like, we are just destroying our country.
Yeah.
Oh man, the other day, my mum saw something for me, and it just reminded me of how this country proper like just treats us like children again.
Yeah.
She was like, "Look, this will be good for you." It was an advent calendar, and every day in it was a pre-rolled joint. And I was like, I would love to make one of those.
That'd be so good.
Money.
Yeah.
But this is just like it was Canada. It was like Canada, America. You can just buy these things, man.
Yeah.
That's America as well. Like they're obviously just as crap as we are with most things, but at least they let them smoke weed.
Yeah. I mean, it's so embarrassing. We're so far behind the fucking times as a nation in so many fucking things, and they're squabbling about pointless shit. And like Labour, they were like, "We're going to be the big change. We're going to be the change that you need. We're going to change."
At least they brought in the assisted dying stuff. That's one thing that I didn't think would change.
But the thing is, ultimately,
shows that they can change if they want to, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
How easy it is.
Yeah. And it's like this thing again. It's like, oh well, I know it's difficult for everyone, but we're all gonna have to pay our taxes more. It's like, well, you can't make us pay more. We don't have enough.
That's they don't seem to understand that concept.
I earn about £30,000 a year.
I understand.
And I still do not earn enough money to keep a place by myself and run a car.
Yeah,
because I keep having to borrow money to fucking fix shit that goes wrong. Because I don't have any fucking savings. Because there is nothing there.
And if you had savings anyway, then you wouldn't be able to get help from anyone.
Yeah.
You have to deplete your savings first.
Exactly. And it's ridiculous the way they treat us. They're like, oh, but we're going to be this big change, and but still keep doing exactly what you were before and nothing changes for you. But we're going to make it way easier for big business to do this. Fuck off.
I get as well, that it has to that you have to charge more money to make things happen.
Yeah.
I get that concept, but it's like that's just gonna fuck up everyone though.
Yeah.
Like
we don't have any money left, guys.
Yeah,
we don't
because
of
what they'd already done. We already passed that point where it's like we can just give more money because they haven't got money to give. We haven't got money to do the things they need to do right now.
Yeah.
I've got enough money to clean my asshole. Every month I used to go to that gynecologist and he would just scrape it away.
Scrape out that
extra little bleach,
Yeah. Good old ass scraping.
Men out there, if you've never got anything to eat, if you run out of money, just find a lady that will let you eat her ass.
Seconds.
No, you're not a second. Weirdo. I'm done. Take over.
No.
It's like the epitome of
you're
seconds.
You're eating it again, though, aren't you? You're eating her seconds.
Well, technically, you are eating her seconds. Yeah. You'd like to think they clean first.
Yeah.
You like to be very late.
How clean can it be? I mean, it's literally full of shit.
Well, not right there, it's further up.
Yeah, but it's.
I think I've told the story before on the podcast, but I legitimately had once through my slag time.
Yeah.
There was once when I woke up the next morning and things were covered in poo. My fingers. I don't know about what else because there was my mouth down there. So
yeah,
it was just a quick was it in my hand like in case.
That's how you get E. coli, motherfucker.
I didn't come away from that feeling great.
No, you wouldn't. Oh.
The worst part was I definitely told this part.
Yeah.
That when I started like telling regaling whatever it's called the story back to the guys.
Yeah.
Well, not the guys, the other group of children. Sometimes then they got angry at me for telling them. Proper angry. Are you angry because I'm telling a sex story like they were making out, or just because there's a lot of poo involved? I'm not sure here.
Yeah, some people can't handle it. I don't know why. Some people seem to think that, like, talking about sex in any way is somehow like vulgar or weird. It's like, no, guys, it's a natural part of fucking life.
I can understand like not wanting to talk about like on a podcast or something because that's just going out to the world and that, ain't it?
Yeah,
if
it's personal shit, yeah. But if someone's willing to say that shit, I don't think there's a problem with it necessarily, unless you're in an environment where that's not okay. It's part, and you're like, I tell you what. This gash the other night, foul looking. Still had a go though.
Yeah. Exactly. That should go without saying, don't you?
Yeah.
But nowadays, maybe not though.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people do need to be told.
Yeah.
Apparently, which is weird. Oh,
I'm looking forward to soon. No, I think I've said it before. Coming up soon on this podcast will be somebody that I've been trying to badger for ages to do a podcast.
Yeah.
That I'm doing an In Your House with Mr. Dave Bush.
Nice.
Oh no, sorry, Dave Francis, the Bush, the Holly Bushman, Holly Bushmaster, the master of all bushes. He can trim them down in seconds.
Yeah.
Bim, bim, bim.
Bim, 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 indeed.
I'm looking forward to that one. That'll be good. Like I say, if you want to come and sit in on that, you're welcome to.
Might do. I don't know if I can hold my swears in.
Mate, try for the rest of the podcast. See if you can, like,
all right.
It's not holding them in. Just use different words when you say them.
I'll see how far I can go without swearing.
Stucky.
Yeah.
Ah, boob.
What the
jism?
What the Sam hell, Batman?
That's why I say stupid things like what the jism and things like that, because from having kids, I edited myself a lot.
Yeah, I've never had to do that.
No, you will one day. You'll have a little Nathan running around.
Oh, I don't know.
And you'll be an old man.
Running around.
You'll be an old man then, because you're already like 30 something.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You have a kid when you're like in your 30s. Like my golf mate's just had another kid, second. There's a big gap between the not big gap.
If I had a kid now, they would be 18 by the time I was 48.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
It's not too bad. I've known people with older parents, like at that point, like the girl who.
The fact is, I have no interest in having kids soon, so it's probably going to be like, when I'm like 56, my kid will be turning 18 or something.
So what's that? 56. So like 36. So like 38.
38, something like that. Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Like, is your queer one somebody that wants to have kids eventually? Or we've not really
we've never really talked about it. No.
Well, I suppose you seem pretty open either way at the moment.
I don't really mind the idea of having a kid, but I'd like to be sort of at a stage where I knew my career was going in a direction.
Yeah, you want to be in a better position.
Yeah, I don't want to be going like, hey, guess what? I need handouts for a baby now as well. It's like, fuck that.
Well, to be fair though, you're sexually active with your lady, so there's a good chance. Normally, it happens just by chance.
I'm not. Yeah, but even by chance, I'm not letting that happen.
You ain't got a choice.
You do?
How?
I mean, do you want me to spell it out?
Yeah, go on, because I can tell you how it won't work.
A, B, O, R.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought we were talking about like contraception.
I mean, we use that as well, but worst case scenario, I'm not fucking.
Not up to you though. You said you haven't had a conversation.
That's true.
You don't know this,
but I don't think she's ready for that.
Some people don't want you because I would have felt like that, and then when Max came and she told me she was pregnant, I was like, I felt different than I thought I would.
Yeah, like it scared the shit out of me.
It is scary, but it's also pretty chill. If you just chill out and like have them and then treat them like people. Like my kids now, I've got my relationship with the boys is just like very like friend relationship as well. Yeah, I just always treated them like I don't just say like don't do that. I explain why. Stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that's important.
I listened to put it this way. I watched a lot of Super Nanny when my first kid was coming. We both did, to be fair, like learned about the naughty step, how to do it, like put them down, and if they get up the first time, you take them back and you tell them why you're putting them back and why they're there, and then every other time they try to get up, you just grab them and put them back and don't say a thing. Silent completely, whatever they say, put them back, walk away, even if it takes hours. Some of those people are like, I can't do it. They're listening to the moaning and that, they're crying, but and I'm just like, I can do this shit for hours, man. They don't want. They think they're crying right now. They ain't got shit to cry about. Wait until they're in their 30s, then I'll have shit to cry about.
Yeah.
Oh no, my food hasn't come when I wanted. Oh no, I don't want to go to sleep now and have everything given to me hand and foot.
Yeah.
Calm the fuck down, child.
Yeah, and the worst part is once you're 30.
I swear I was a good dad, honestly.
Yeah.
I was just.
Yeah.
Bitch.
The worst thing is once you're 30, you can't cry anymore because you don't have the opportunity.
So wait until that age.
Yeah, because then it's all just pent up inside you until you fucking go and snap one day at the age of 42.
I've also got that instant with that you should also always talk about your shit.
Yeah.
I always talk to them when like even when there's like something I've like negatively done or something I've messed up or if I've just been having like a bit like a down week or something like that for a while. Like I'll tell them all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like just to normalize this so that they know if there's anything like that,
Yeah, you can just talk about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yeah.
And I think they do see, even though I don't see them all the time and that because I do think they have that. Well, I know that the oldest one definitely has the feeling that he can tell me anything.
Yeah.
I remember the one time I picked him up and straight away before we even got to the bus stop and that. He was telling me about how he's got hairs on his balls now. He was like, you probably didn't know how to say it at first when he started. I was like, just say it, man. What's up?
Yeah.
He's like, do anything to
it's like, you're becoming a man, my son.
Yeah. Oh, man, you hear him talk now and he's like a deeper voice than me.
Yeah.
I think maybe you get a deep voice more when you're in puberty and maybe it goes out a little bit then after.
I'm not sure.
Because I know I've got
mine
a deep
sort
voice,
of got steadily deeper as I've gone on, I think. But that could just be because I've smoked way too much.
Yeah, same.
I don't know.
You know. It helps with singing voices, though. Give it that gruff voice.
It does, yeah.
Dreaming of white England.
That's not the way it goes. That's not what we do here.
That's not what we do here. We say racism is bad.
Yes.
Because that's what we think?
Yes.
Okay. That's what we think.
Yes.
Racism is bad, yo. Don't do it. I've just probably just been covering you up the whole time. I should move out the way a little bit.
Yeah.
We can use it once. We got one stick at the moment. Although, you know what?
I am wand of sparkliness.
It
looks like a fucking 70s movie. Music video in there with that much glitter.
More to you now. I forgot that there was a screen now. I could look at it. I was just trying to guess.
Yeah.
Totally forgot there was a screen there to look at. Don't encourage it. I actually think I prefer though. I actually think I prefer holding the microphone like this. It feels like you know, you're on stage as well, holding the mic.
Yeah.
I got comfortable as well, kind of just holding it too much in now.
Yeah.
Especially I'm gonna start taking whenever I do a gig, one of these things.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Spit guard.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I need
pop
spit
guard
in general. Like a pop guard, yeah.
Pop guard.
Or wind guard.
Yeah.
Either way, though, yeah, that's a good point. Though it covers up the spit for people.
That's the
if
thing,
you're a lisper, man, you can't help it.
That's what you should do. If I ran a gig, I'd just have a load of those.
Yeah, just help.
And just like, hey guys, help yourselves to one of these. Just slip it on when you get the mic, and away you go.
It's a cleaner way to do it, to be fair, because that's the one thing about.
Or you have two mics and you swap them out.
What?
You have one mic and it's like.
Oh, so you got it ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I don't know what you're saying.
So that you don't have to sort of fuck around going.
Yeah.
Over the mic.
Yeah, that's a better way. It's a cleaner way to do it. Actually, I like that.
Yeah.
I did put a post on Facebook actually. I think I told you, asking about like, do people think that there's not enough gigs at the moment for comics? Would it be worthwhile me setting up another gig over mic? And you know, I get very anxious about checking those kind of things.
Yeah.
So I thought we'll do it on the podcast now.
Okay.
So I can.
Okay.
And we can see what people are thinking about it. Because it's interesting seeing the
reaction.
Yeah, just seeing what people are thinking in it. Because the worrisome thing sometimes when you're doing this kind of stuff, you know, is that are we just seeing it in a bubble from our point of view? You know, is it really what it's like? And for me as well, it's also like, is it just that I'm not able to get gigs? Is that what we're doing still,
or is it
in general?
Yeah. I think there's less gigs going about. There's definitely less.
I think so as well, maybe from what I've seen. I am hoping it's not just a me thing.
Yeah.
Let's have a look, see though. Because I know I got replies on it, so. Notifications. Oh, I never check them, that's why. East Midlands. I could just go into East Midlands. I know it's on there, so. Okay, this is the East Midlands Comedy Circuit. The closest one that I'm still allowed to be a member of.
Yep.
Even though we're in West Midlands. I know I can see you're in there. Okay, let's find it. Someone's looking for a Kiwi. No. Oh, there's actually quite a few things put in here. Unless it's been taken off 2 days ago. More than that. Where's it gone? There we go. Okay. Okay, so is it just me or are there not enough gigs to go around right now? But if that's the case, how do we feel about a new weekly open mic in Birmingham? Because we'd be scraping by. I meant to put, but that looks like scrapping by. Yeah. About the amount of gigs here. You can see my anxiety of this kind of stuff coming through in just how I type it.
Yeah.
I hate because I know there's going to be responses that are just going to be not nice to me. Where the hell are you?
I don't know. Some of those seem pretty reasonable.
New material night's always useful from Ricky Bowshaw. I think that's always true, as long as there's an audience. I don't know. That's the thing, though. Everybody always expects an audience to be there right away.
Yeah, that's not necessarily how it works.
Oh, it's just not, is it? Like, it takes a while to build it up, I think.
Yeah.
And
you got to.
So many gigs you go to are just the comic center. We always prefer one with an audience, so we can't debate.
Yeah.
That is true.
I've done some gigs in front of fucking no one but comics before, though.
I've done plenty of them, yeah.
Yeah, I've done gigs in front of just 2 comedians and the person I brought with me in the car.
Yeah.
And that's just some of the gigs you do.
And realistically as well, I also think it's also partly the comics should try and get people down too. Like it's a group thing. They're just blaming the organizer and you haven't got anyone to. It's like, well,
at least post about it on your Facebook page if you're going to be turning up and doing a spot.
And the main thing as well is you need a venue that's gonna back you. That's the main thing I think, because the venue more than anything have people coming in.
If the
they're
venue
advertising
have got the like leaflets out and got the thing, a sign saying stand up comedy this on this day, and that's good.
That's the thing that really helps.
Yeah. Because then the regulars know what they're expecting as well. Because like when someone's not expecting there to be a stand-up gig and there's a stand-up gig in their usual pub, there's nothing fucking worse.
Right, the next one, Nipper Thomas. Why are you asking about Birmingham on the East Midlands comedy page?
And then Peter Fox with acts may want to travel from here.
I mean, it's not wrong as well. Yeah. I'm also going to put in too, being banned from the West Midlands page because James Cook couldn't deal. Or just put James.
No, just don't even put that. Just say West banned from West Midlands page
because a certain promoter that runs it has some issue with me. There you go. That was a bit more.
That's a bit more vague.
There's a different word for it. A bit more. I don't know. I'm just not trying. Not doing anything. And Peter's right too. To be fair, because it was about traveling. People always travel. It's not why like East Midlands. It's if you looked in America, and you were like East Midlands, why are you on about Birmingham? It's so far away. It's like,
it's like an hour's drive.
If that. It's depending on where you are.
Yeah.
Train less even.
Yeah. It's not a fucking long journey.
Yeah. Let's see what Peter said. There's always been more comics and gigs too, but I doubt anyone would be upset at the chance of getting an extra chance of running something out, especially if there was a budget or book collection at the end.
Yeah, I quite like the idea.
Yeah, if you do it.
It's just you.
That's why I don't mind Oxley, because he makes me laugh a bit. There we go. We'll have to see. Oxy. This is the reason I. Yeah, right. Love me up. See, Oxy, this is the reason I don't dislike you, because you always make me laugh. Is that okay?
Yeah.
That's all right, isn't it? That did make me laugh. Sounds good to me. Yes, you won't have heard of me, but I'm up for anything in Birmingham Binley. What's the Binleys at the end? Oh, that's cool then. So there's people that are all up for it. There's no hate straight away.
No, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Just got to find the right spot.
That is always the main thing, isn't it?
Finding the right spot.
I'm just trying to like everyone so people don't, so people don't think I'm, if you like certain ones that don't like the other ones, people are like, oh, why don't you like mine?
Why'd you do it like mine?
Yeah.
You got a problem with what I say?
Obviously. I like Ricky as well. I've done a few things with Ricky. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
So I remember when the last time, it might have been Sheffield, I think might have been the last time I gigged with him.
Yeah, Sheffield was the same for me.
So that was a cool little thing then. That was just for me trying to do it like that because
it
took away my anxiety.
In comparison to what I was normally doing. I did like a proper good set that I normally do. And
what is this? Where was this?
Sheffield.
Okay.
And I'll go back.
Yeah, of course.
I'll go back and rock it.
We've gone for a while, so
Yeah.
I found when I've had I'm still kind of coming back from my gap, I suppose. But I found, and I kind of feel like after the first couple of gigs, I felt like I feel like I'm understanding this a bit more now.
Yeah.
Or like we were saying before, understanding what you can't do more than anything, and then emphasizing what you can do while also trying to improve what you can't do.
Yeah.
So sex.
It is.
You need to do it enough times to understand what you can't do,
Yeah.
and that your penis isn't a vibrator.
Yeah.
That's the thing that screws men over.
Yeah. Also, don't go in there going full pelt straight away. No need to go full pelt straight away.
Man, that's so true. If you ever watched a porno, and it's like a threesome, and it's one girl and there's like a woman and a guy.
Yeah.
The woman's doing all these slow things, doing its sensual, like getting a slowly going, and as soon as the guy's there, like, like just grabbing everything and that.
Yeah.
I know the want. I understand the want. Yeah. You need to slow down.
You do.
Man,
take your time.
It's not a race, unless you are literally in a situation where you want to.
You got to be. It's a quickie.
There's always those situations though when you can't.
Yeah.
There's always how it goes.
Yeah, there's always a quickie. That's a fine thing to have. But
it's a fine thing, is it?
Yeah, it's a fine thing to have.
Fine.
But occasionally, you know, when you got the opportunity, just take your time. Don't go in there like all half cocked. Fucking,
half-cocked.
Exactly. Yeah. Make sure you got your full cock on.
There's a humor like this. There's something about a new quantum computing chip that Google's put out.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't even know what it is. It made out like it was an amazing thing on the title, but I didn't watch it.
Right. So the main difference between computing and quantum computing is this: in computing, you have 1 or 0. In quantum computing, it can be both.
Okay.
One piece of code can be both 0 and 1 at the same time.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
And it means that you can have programs that then do things that other programs have never been able to do and process data in a way that it's never been able to process before.
And just probably
I wish I could tell you more than that, but that is literally all I know.
I would show the video actually, but it's BBC. BBC are going to be bitches. Yeah. I don't know much about it.
Computing is a fucking amazing thing because it does allow for things like actually thinking computers as well.
Yeah,
because it has options that it can pick between to answer questions. Essentially, it can. I don't know how to explain it. Again, it's difficult to understand what quantum computing means for us because we haven't been able to actually use it yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when people were first dealing with the internet, they were like, "Oh well, it's fucking." This, that, and the other. It's just sending files between computers on Harvard, internet or whatever it was at the time.
Yeah.
And now it's fucking game streaming Indiana Jones onto your fucking mobile phone while you're on the train to London.
The shit we could do is amazing, man.
It's fucking insane.
But at the same time, we are still especially over in us two actually, the Western countries. It's insane the shit we can do and all that, but we also seem to be miles behind in morals, in ethics, in just basic understanding what the hell happened.
Yeah.
For example, going to this part first, it leads into another story. The CEO that was shot for that.
Oh yeah.
I forget. I got it written down. Actually,
he was a healthcare CEO.
He was a healthcare, but I got the actual name of the place that he run. I can't get to it now, but his place as well, which he's a CEO of. The average rate in all these things where they will pay out for health stuff is about 16% denial. So they'll deny about 16% on average most places. This one denied about 32% on average.
Oh, so it was significantly more.
Hence why the bullets had I forget what they said now, but they were obviously making a point of that. What the words were written onto the bullets. And they found the guy now. They found the guy now, and I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah,
because he was like Luigi something. Been like, well, it took him a while to find him. To be fair, and they got him now.
In a McDonald's.
It was in McDonald's. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why all the memes are like, a time traveler. What would you do? And it's got the guy walking up to him like, "Don't go to McDonald's, thanks, bro." And it's like there's so many people fawning over this guy's Facebook page as well.
He's been referred to online as like the hot assassin. And people, I even saw this one thing on Peter Morgan, this woman that was on, and she was like, "When I heard it and saw what happened, I felt joy." So I understand he's a dick.
I understand that. Yeah, he
seems like a dick,
and it is also like
I feel for his family because it's not his kid's fault.
To a certain extent, though, this is what I've been saying for years: is like if you keep taking shit from people over and over and over again, eventually people snap. And you will get the repercussions, unfortunately. And I don't want it to happen. I don't think it's a good thing that someone died over this.
Debatable.
You know, I think
paralyzed would be fine.
What should have been in place instead is a bunch of laws that stopped him from denying reasonable healthcare requests. You know, what should have been in place was a way for him to be able to be held accountable for the bullshit that he did.
We kind of worked out before, though.
We live in this world where CEOs are never held accountable.
No, especially like insurance, like for healthcare. It's the worst one. They can remember they can choose their prices and shit.
Exactly.
We looked into it before. It's
and
ridiculous.
not only that, but like every CEO, when they lose their job and they catastrophically fuck up, they get a golden parachute and another job somewhere else.
It's like a priest.
It's like, how the fuck? No one else would get to fuck up their job that badly and walk into a higher paying job.
Yeah.
But they live in a different world. It's like, yeah. What did you do? You ran Ubisoft for 40 years and you've run it into the ground.
Oh, no.
Excellent. Here, have a fucking $3 billion a year job. Why? Why would you do that?
But it's cool at the same time, though. Like, you got all that bullshit.
Yeah.
And at the same time, have you heard that Daniel Penny guy? Do you know that name?
No.
The guy who, like a year or two ago, there was some crazy dude on the subway in America that was threatening everyone on the thing, like weird shit.
Yeah.
People said that like it was the scariest experience I've ever had on the subway.
That happens all the time in New York.
Yeah. This might have been New York.
Yeah.
And so this one guy who was on the train though was a ex-marine or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
So he decided at a point, okay, I'm gonna have to subdue this guy.
Yeah.
So he did, and like the army teaches you to apply pressure and let go. And this guy was like scattered out on drugs like crazy.
Yeah.
And he held him there for 6 minutes until police were able to come when he stopped at the next stop.
Yeah.
And in that time, he killed him or he died.
Shit.
Probably, in my opinion, a big contributing fact would have been the drugs.
Probably.
But he got arrested, done for murder and all that shit. Was going down for a while, and just the other day he got found not guilty because obviously he's trying to protect all the people on the train. This is why people are afraid to stick up for other people, because you do.
This is it. Because you end up being held legally responsible for something that you shouldn't have been, because you were actively trying to help someone. You know?
I mean,
fucked.
I imagine, like I said, the drugs must have been a huge factor in it. If he just fully choked someone to death and that was it, I mean, that is a bit overkill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't need to do that. I think I could subdue somebody. Well, I've done it with all my mates and shit in the past. I've had like 2, and I've managed to subdue 2 people. All the grappling shit I loved, actually grew up doing it constantly.
You'd be an MMA star.
MMA, I'd be great at the wrestling. It's the other shit, and I don't want to get hit in the head.
The kicking and punching.
Yeah, I don't like getting hit in the head too. I really wanted to do cage fighting at a certain point.
Yeah.
But it's just, especially with headaches too, I'd get a constant headache, man.
I was considering starting jiu-jitsu because I was listening to Joe Rogan so much at one point. And then I fucked my knee up, and it's like, oh yeah, you'll never do anything like that. It's like, oh cool.
Well, it's a good job done anyway, because he's admitted that jiu-jitsu doesn't really help.
No.
It's kind of crap.
No.
Like when it comes to MMA and that, in the mixture of it all, jiu-jitsu doesn't really do anything. I've listened to him recently admitting that. That wasn't the worst then.
Yeah.
You could do shit with a hurting knee still, man. You just can't listen to them all the time.
Yeah.
Do you know how many wrestlers have that kind of shit?
Yeah.
And then they're told, they can't play football anymore because of this injury, and they start doing wrestling. You do something that injures you way more. Like
the thing is, ultimately, you've got to just work out to a point where you don't actually need the ACL.
Yeah.
And that is, it sounds impossible, but it's not.
No,
it's actually quite easily doable.
This one guy in wrestling, Karen Cross.
Yeah.
He was doing like a workout thing, and he talked about how he one of the things in his shoulder went.
Yeah.
And he never got it repaired. He just changed his workout, and now he can do everything without it. He doesn't need it. So exactly what you're saying.
That's probably the interior cruciate ligament.
It's a cruciate ligament.
It's a ligament here.
It was somewhere up there, yeah.
Right, between your not deltoid. Is it deltoid at the top? Delt.
Oh, you got a clue.
Your shoulder muscle.
I used to work out, but I was
to your chest muscle, basically. And like
So it was something like that.
It's a really tiny little bit of membrane. But there is a way you can actually sort of work it out and make it like tougher so that you don't do that initially.
Yeah.
And it's literally just you take a cable machine at the same distance up as your like a workout cable.
Okay,
machine,
yeah.
At the same level as your wrist, standing sort of prone like that in front of you, and then you just literally do that like that over and over again. Tiny amount of weight because you will fucking feel it in there immediately, and then you do it the other way around, so you push it out that way instead.
It's like building something up even though it's not connected.
And it's literally all it is working out these tiny little connectors that are in here, and it'll burn like shit. But by doing it, you will increase your chest press capacity drastically in comparison to if you're not doing it, because those tiny little bits of muscle are so important for holding all of it together, you know?
Yeah.
It's
definitely.
like if you took a bolt out of a car's chassis. If you took it out of that, if you took a bolt out of a car's chassis and it starts like shaking all over,
it's only a tiny part, but you need every little bit to be there connected, etc.
Yeah,
100%. Do you know Kai Cenat?
Which one's Kai Cenat?
He's one of those streamers. He's like a black dude. He's not very tall. I mean, he's got dreads normally, wears hats sometimes.
Oh, no idea.
I could show you quickly.
I'm not up on streamers for the most part, honestly.
I generally like the guy normally.
Yeah.
But he's doing this thing where he does like a week-long stream, like the Mafia or something. That guy.
Right. Okay.
And he had this magician on again that he had a few times, and he did a trick where it was like, I'm going to tell you which. You're going to figure out which switches not to press, etc., by me telling you.
Right.
And he was like, had a noose around him with his hands tied, and he was like, if you press the wrong button, it's going to pull me up and hang me.
Right.
And he did it, chose the wrong button, pulled it up and hung him. And then, they got him down, and they were like, oh, you're going to have to leave, because of this, etc. And he was just like, oh, I'm going to get banned from Twitch, man. He was like half crying at this point. And then later on, probably complaining about it, trying to figure out what was going on. And it was just shock horror. A magician, I don't know if you've ever heard of this before, a magician pretending a trick went wrong and then being like, I'm alive! Never seen that before.
Never seen that before.
And he was the whole time like, that's not a prank, man. It's not a prank. That's not cool. It's a magic. It is a magic trick.
It's a magic trick, dude.
He released a video straight away after the magician being like, I purposely made you do it wrong. That was the point. Because he's always trying to make me he's always pushing him when he's on it, to make a mistake and that. Like, so I wanted you to make a mistake.
Yeah.
You couldn't deal with it, man. I was like, I like you, Kai, but damn, you look like a bitch right now.
Yeah, you got to take the fucking rough with the smooth, my friend.
Just worried about getting banned from Twitch, man. Yeah. It shows how much the younger generation are into, because he's only 22.
Twitch to them though, it's bigger than TV shows.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's way bigger, because it's like a TV show is something that you come to when there's a new season on, or when there's a new episode out, if it's something that's like a weekly thing. But that's only an hour of your time, half an hour of your time, depending on the show.
Yeah.
And all of the rest of their time is filled up, the younger generations, with Twitch streamers and Rumble streamers and all these other different types of streamers that are out there, because people get banned from Twitch and then they end up having to go to other places.
Hello, Rumble.
Hey, Rumble.
I imagine Twitch has got very I mean, I know we go on it, but I imagine it's got very Facebooky rules. It's more leaning that way.
Yeah.
It doesn't like certain things in it, and it will ban you for shit, I imagine.
Yeah.
I can't see how these kids can manage to maintain not doing stuff that will get it kicked or something. It's so easy.
Most of them.
Maybe once you get to a certain point,
to a point where they do end up getting kicked. There's ones that don't, but most of those are reaction streamers and stuff like that.
When people just do reaction stuff when they're watching somebody else's video, and kind of reacting to it, that's very much thievery. They're stealing that video onto their things.
Oh, thievery.
I know, I can't.
I thought you said thievery, like someone that was in a fever dream.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, I probably did say that exact word, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to say certain words.
No,
Thievery.
No, it is.
Stolen it.
They are literally just going, "Hey, look, I'm watching a thing. Watch it with me." Oh, look at that thing that just happened on that thing.
Yeah,
and it's like, as much as I like,
I understand the one. I understand the one to do lazy videos too. I get that completely.
I understand it, like, but I've never been able to just find someone like that I consistently wanted to watch. Because you end up just going, oh, well, I've seen that on someone else's. I've seen that on someone else's.
Exactly,
It's just...
the one thing that makes me laugh a bit, I've noticed the one Sidemen guy, I don't know if they all do it, but the one Sidemen guy will do that with the Sidemen videos. And I look at how many views it's got, like something got thousands, you know. I'm like, does that mean you're just taking those views from the Sidemen video, though?
Yeah.
You could have just told them to go watch it over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems weird, man.
No, I don't think the world's weird, though. I don't know what you're on
about. I don't get it. It's like everyone seems to have these thousands of different revenue streams coming in.
Right.
And it's like, well, like, how much money can you actually make off of a YouTube video?
Oh, a lot. And
that's the
thing. Big.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like that. It doesn't seem like much, but they're cranking out some of these people like a video a day because they've got like editors and they've got teams with them. And
exactly. Yeah. Once you get a certain point, you get a team, and then you can just pump it out.
Yeah, and they're earning like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 every video.
More than that, I think.
And that's for like an average guy. For like a top guy, it's like sometimes hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, like Mr. Beast, for example, when you look at the top end of it, it's going to be more like that. Yeah.
It's crazy how much money is in it. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous.
Which is why they're so, paranoid about following the rules that they put out. Mm-hmm. Like you can tell the videos that really want to make sure they're monetized.
But it does mean that everyone ends up making the same fucking content.
Or in the same style.
Yeah.
Like, the whole unalive.
So I'm going to make it.
The whole certain words you can't say,
they unalived themselves.
It's destroying free speech straight away right there.
Yeah.
Like, which I know we don't have in the UK, but America's supposed to care about it.
Yeah.
Apparently not. America cares about it unless it affects their money. It's straight up, man.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is as well, it's like there's so many heinous fucking things happening on TV shows at the moment because they're trying to desperately outdo what you can see on the internet.
Like what?
Like, there's like there's like, oh fucking what's the film?
Porn. Well, a film is on TV, though.
No, I'm not film. I mean, there's various series that are trying to sort of push the envelope on what they can show with sex and with violence and with like drug use and with like death and like all the, but like the things that you wouldn't have seen before, and they're now letting them like get away with it on TV because they have to compete with what's on YouTube.
They can't. I mean,
and you can't compete with what's on YouTube.
The numbers right there just show that you can't. But that's worldwide as well, which is unfair. I suppose.
But why would you spend thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds making an episode of a TV show?
Yeah.
When instead, some twat in his room can watch your TV show,
which will happen,
react to it, and be like, "Oh yeah, I made all of the same amount of money that your show made in its entire run." Reacting to an episode of something you spent decades working on. It's fucked.
They can do
so fucked.
They can do the copyright strike though.
Yeah.
Like people that aren't in this YouTube kind of sphere where it's like if Sidemen did it to Kaisernet, Kaisernet wouldn't then copyright them.
They can, but where does the thing lie? Because there's review shows that are entirely review shows.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you the entire plot of a movie. Explain every detail.
They show the plot of a lot of it, like
dissect it.
They'll show the bits just before
and
the bits that they're talking over and stuff. Like there's people on YouTube that I used to watch that have full videos on there and they're doing it. Like Marvel films.
And they're making more money than the showrunners of these shows ever made just reacting to it.
A lot of it, yeah.
It's
I wouldn't count Marvel
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
But then the online people as well though, like when something pops up, like they manage to like people like just flock to them like they're amazing.
Yeah.
Like the Hawk Tour girl. She was just a video.
The rug pull she did on her fucking fans as well.
And then she, managed to get a podcast out of it.
Yeah.
And then now the crypto
Talk
thing.
to her.
Talk to her. Yeah.
Talk to her.
Which I was like, yeah, fair
Jesus,
enough. You
yeah.
managed to get that stuff out of it. Fair play. You're trying to get.
I mean,
you can out of
make
it,
that back,
and then
sure.
scam the people.
Yeah, but scamming.
Bring out a crypto coin. Everybody buys it. You pull out and sell them all straight away.
Yeah.
And you got your money.
Got to say that Santa on there, it looks like a bearded Pringle man.
No, who does that? I'm going to bring him. I'm going to get rid of music because I got a few things I want to put up. So
yeah.
We're going to get them. Oh, at Christmas to get a few new signs coming.
Nice.
Maybe like marijuana related.
Ooh.
Which, yeah, I don't know why someone would buy that for me. I mean, I wouldn't touch that.
It's crazy.
I wouldn't touch that devil's lettuce.
No, the devil's lettuce.
Unless we live in America, then hey,
hi, how's it
get
going?
on high,
Get on.
get on high.
Yeah.
Kingdom Sleep.
Smoking endo, sipping on gin and gin.
With that talk to a thing, I even listened to them having a listen to them having a conversation with CoffeeZilla, trying to like explain it away and that being like, it was just hilarious listening to it. They're probably like getting pissy at him.
Yeah. He's like, oh, we didn't actually do any of the selling. We didn't sell anything. No, you pre-sold them. No, but that's not selling. It's a different. Yeah, but you did do that.
That Mr. Beast did. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
With his crypto thing. But his excuse constantly is, well, it was in a fund and somebody else controlled the fund, so I didn't actually do it.
Right.
Even though his name is on it all.
Yeah.
And he was saying, like, I don't know anything about it, they just do it. But then he was talking on, like, impulsive and something else about things he knew and then things they got rid of and went into something else,
I trust that guy as far as I can throw him.
Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, same.
Yeah.
I'm still, that doesn't mean I'm not a fan of his videos. I'm still going to watch him, I still do. When all this stuff was coming out, a lot of the time I was thinking, are we going to get a video still though? And then we did, I was happy. I was like, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Chris Ava isn't in there anymore.
In a way, it's not just Mr. Beast anymore, though, again, because it's a production company. He's just
has been for a while. Like, people pointing out things, that he did wrong right at the beginning. For me, it's like, well, hold on, he was a kid. It wasn't a big giant company. It was just them trying to figure it out. I can let all of that go.
Yeah.
Not doing background checks on employees because didn't think about it. Having his mom as the head of HR.
Yeah.
All these little things. It's like, well, he's a 16-year-old dude trying to figure out how to build this shit.
Yeah, I got no idea.
Yeah, I can give him a pass for all of that. Yeah. It was stuff like when he gets older and that. And a lot of time, he just tried to explain that crypto one away, but I think that's the one that's really...
Yeah, again, anyone who does one of the crypto rug pulls, it's like immediately you have shown yourself as being someone who's not trustworthy.
Yeah. I can't say that it definitely was one of those rug pulls. There was something dodgy about what he did with it. Yeah. I can't say it was definitely one of them, but there was something...
that's usually what it ends up being.
And him trying to push a certain coin as well that he didn't say he had stake in, and if they bought it, he'd be making money, kind of thing.
Yeah,
something like that too.
Yeah,
even though he was saying, that he didn't know anything about the actual thing because it was a fund that does it. So very contradictory the whole way.
I don't trust him.
I
just don't trust him.
I mean, I don't trust him. I am very looking forward though to Beast Games.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah,
the new Amazon show on 19th of December, I believe it is.
Jesus Christ!
1,000 people, reality show with 1,000 people fighting for 6 million, 5 million.
Jesus Christ!
Biggest fight, Mr. Beast has to be the biggest prize that's ever been. Most amount of contestants has ever been. Every episode is the biggest it can be.
Yeah,
like I think it's 10 episodes and they drop all in one, which is cool. And they show you some. It
is the exact mentality of someone who has grown up playing Fortnite.
Yeah, I think he might have actually predated Fortnite.
Yeah, no, you know what I mean. It feels like the same thing of like, let's make everything as big as possible. Let's make everything as large as possible. It
feels like America.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Yeah,
he's just an American.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's worked for him constantly, doing it as big as possible, getting the money back from it. It has worked for him.
Yeah.
And I also do disregard a lot of the people that have reported saying that the conditions are terrible and all this,
Yeah.
Like, you're in a reality show to try and win 5 million or 6 million.
Do you think it's going to be easy?
Yeah, exactly. What the hell, man? This is the point.
Yeah.
No, so I don't buy in too much about that. I'm sure that there was things that they should have done they didn't do right, etc. I'm sure there was.
There always fucking is with Mr. Beast.
Yeah, and it's just with a production that giant. Hence why a lot of people have said there's a reason why no one's ever tried to do this big of a production.
Yeah.
But,
excuse me.
With video production.
It's a bit Takeshi's Castle, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot of it did.
I mean, to be fair, Takeshi's Castle probably was worse. Takeshi's Castle was fucking savage.
No, that's a good comparison, though, to be fair. It's like a Takeshi Castle with a giant budget.
Takeshi's Castle was fucking hard.
Yeah.
There were only like 2 or 3 fucking outright winners of that in the entire fucking run.
Yeah, because the bit at the end
with the tanks is impossible.
Yeah, there's been different variations. There's one with the tanks. There's one I think where they're just running about the tanks as well.
Yeah.
And I think there's another one too, but I can't remember it.
It's fucked. It is so hard to get through to
Japanese game shows are great though.
They're a whole different breed.
Yeah, if you think that our shows are fucking hardcore, watch them. They make Fear Factor look like pussy shit.
Yeah.
There's a thing I could think of them pussy shit. That's the best thing I could think of. I saw Fear Factor in my head, and then I saw Joe Rogan, and then that's all that came out.
Yeah. Fuck, man, it's so fucked.
We should listen to the Japanese a bit more and make our shows like that. But I've been playing the 1% Club over the last 4 days.
What's the 1% Club?
It's on ITV. For some reason, I did 4 days of it in a row with new episodes.
Okay.
So there were 100 people there, and the first question is 90% because they've asked like a load of people beforehand, and 90% of the people got this question right. So they ask her that, then they do 18, 17, it works all the way down. It's like 45, and then 30, 15, 10, 5, and then the 1% question. Where only 1% of the people they asked got it right.
Right.
Yeah, and it's all like it's not trivia based. It's logic based. It's like IQ stuff. So naturally, I destroy it. Fucking destroy it every single time. Get to the 1%. Twice I got the 1%.
Nice.
It's hard the 1% one sometimes.
I was thinking the other day. You know, Pointless.
Yes.
Pointless is the exact opposite of
something good.
Family Fortune.
Oh, okay.
In America.
Family Fortune's
the one where they have the board. Family Feud, sorry.
In America, yeah.
Yeah, when they've got the board, they've got to get the thing that everyone said.
Yeah, it's literally.
In Pointless, you've got to get the one that is on the board, but no one said.
Yeah.
It is such a fucking good depiction of the American mentality versus the British mentality.
Especially when you look at the host.
Yeah. It's like the American mentality is fucking, what does everyone think? And then the British mentality is, what do I know that you don't? You know what I mean?
I know what you mean now, actually, yeah. That does sound about right for Britain. I like Pointless, though. Pointless is a good one. Very hard, and even if you do it, you win fuck all.
I got one once, which was Pennsylvania. It was American states with a Y in them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Fucking yes, mate. No one in the entire survey said Pennsylvania. You guys fucking idiots.
I say, yeah, that's kind of weird to be
crazy.
You got to remember all
said
the
New
states.
York or fucking, yeah.
It's hard to remember in all the states sometimes, though. Like, especially when you got to then just sit there and be like, "Oh,
yeah."
Actually, I'll show you some of the questions from that 1%. Actually, I always take some photos of them. I only took a few this time, though.
Yeah.
Because I always send them to the guys. One mate said he's never seen this game show, but he feels like he's watched so many episodes because I've sent so many pictures of like questions. Recently, though, I didn't do that much with these last ones. Okay, which are the easier ones? That's a 5% question right there. That's a 1% question. So what is this one?
Okay. Hit me with some questions. I want to know.
Okay, we'll go with this one first.
Okay.
Test your maths knowledge.
Okay.
A little bit. In a room of 100 people, 99% are left-handed. How many left-handed people have to leave the room to bring the percentage down to 98%? You can see it there if you want to, read it again. I always helps me.
In a room full of 100 people, 99% are left-handed. How many left-handed people have to leave the room to bring that percentage down to 98%? I'm just going
to make a note. I'll give it back to you in a sec.
Oh, I think I know the answer, but I don't want to be stupid.
Well, you take a few guesses. I always take a few guesses normally because sometimes you say your answer and
it's 50, isn't it?
50 have to leave.
Yeah.
You are actually right, yeah?
Yeah.
You got that quicker than me, to be fair, because when I first did it, my maths is not my forte.
Yeah. Because you're doubling the percentage, and the only way to double the percentage is to halve the amount of stuff.
How do you double what every single person is worth?
Yeah.
You get rid of half of them. Mom couldn't get that one, but to be fair, that was a different kind of style because normally they're much more logic based, but that was a bit. But that's the thing, you can work that out with logic.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really understand the maths side of it. Put down 114 quiz. Okay, now let's get the next one up there for you. Okay, so that one wasn't too bad then. I believe these last two I've got, one's a 1% and one's a 5%. I think the 5% was harder, but I should give you that first, really.
Okay.
Because this one was hard for me. You get a pass, 100 grand you can keep when you're doing it. I had to use my pass for this because I couldn't get it in the time.
Okay.
I got it afterwards, annoyingly. Paused it and got it afterwards, What letter can replace the question mark to complete this sequence? S, G, S, R, A, N, W, question mark.
SG.
This was 5%, so only 5% of people that were asked were able to get this.
W something.
It annoyed me because I used my pass in the time and I got it afterwards. Fucking annoying.
SG, S, R, A, N.
And what I'll do as well, I'll put these photos on the video podcast when I re-upload it. Maybe I'll do like a clip quizzing the man. We should have a look at some quizzes afterwards, actually.
N?
No.
Oh.
Why N though?
Because I thought it was just mirroring the fact that it had SS and then it would have N and an N at the end to sort of mirror that.
No. I can tell you if you want. I'm thinking, I can't remember if I actually did get this in the end, this one. But I was like, I knew I should have got it in the time when I realised what it was. Because this is one of the ones, in my opinion, where when you play it a lot and do it over and over, you understand like the kind of questions they ask.
Yeah.
So this is one of them where I'm like, I should have got this quicker. Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
So it's the months. The seasons.
Oh.
The first and last letter of each season.
Yeah.
Spring, summer, autumn. So the question mark would be R. It's annoying. That one. This next one though is a bit more.
That's good.
This was no. Yeah. Oh, I got another one. Okay. My favourite seat in the cinema. I don't know what percentage this one was.
Is the middle 3 rows from the back, 12 rows from the front. How many rows of seats does my cinema have?
That was so posh. How many rows of seats does my cinema have?
Yeah.
Cinema. You all heard that.
It's right in the middle.
We're going to loop that a few times.
3 rows from the
cinema.
back, 12 rows from the front. 16.
I forgot the question now. What was it again? 12 rows in the front. No. 16. Why 16?
Well, he's 3 rows from the back. And he's 12 rows from the front, which means he's got a row in between those 2 rows.
No.
No?
No.
What?
You're close, but you kind of done it the wrong way.
Oh, is he counting himself in one of those rows?
Oh, the question will tell you what he's doing. My favourite seat in the cinema is right in the middle. 3 rows from the back, 12 rows from the front. How many rows of seats does my cinema have? I see what you're saying.
Oh,
I see what you're saying, how you looked at this.
Yeah. It's right in the middle, 3 rows from the back, 12 rows from the front.
So the answer would actually be, do you want me to say or?
Yeah, go ahead.
14. So if you look at this, 12 from the front, and he's on the 12th one.
Yeah.
So then 3 from the back, it goes down to 2.
Yeah.
Because he's already in the one row.
Already in the one. Yeah, that's the thing. He was counting it.
You were thinking he wasn't counting
it.
Yeah.
So I was going for 16.
To be fair, I understand completely your logic there. I didn't think about it like that myself, but I get totally what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's the thing with some of these questions as well sometimes, because they're logic based.
Yeah.
They say sometimes, go for the most logical answer. It's like, to me, it's like, well, that could be different for everyone.
Yeah.
Like what you said there, then I'm like, yeah, that made perfect sense. It made perfect sense.
Yeah. The other way makes perfect sense as well, but you have to know if he's counting his own row.
Yeah. This one, I think, this is a 5% or a 1%. Which letter fork would you need to move, and which number spot would you need to move it to make order 4 to 1 left to right instead of 1 to 4. Yeah, so in order 4 to 1 instead of 1 to 4. So at the moment it's at 1 to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So which fork do you have to move into what spot to make it 4 to 1 instead? You know what I mean?
Oh, fuck that shit. Nah, man. I ain't for that.
You know what, man? I got that so quick.
Go on, then.
All you have to do, fork I, move it to move it to number 2.
Yeah.
And then that would be J would be 1, G and H would be 2 because there's a gap in between now. And then that would still be 3, and then that would be 4 because the I's there.
Fuck.
Get it? I was happy when I got that one. I got that one quick, man.
Yeah.
Logic. I love logic-based questions. Fuck off. I can answer that, but I can't get it off my fucking phone. And I think the rest of it is.
This is Riddler shit. This is why
they are.
This is why I would be a fucking awful Batman, because I would come across one fucking Riddler thing and I'd be like, nah, fuck it, he's won.
Can't be bothered,
shit, he's won. Fuck. I can't figure this shit out. I'm just gonna have to see what happens.
The thing they don't think about in Batman, what would happen if he just couldn't figure them out?
Yeah, the world's greatest detective. I'm not a good detective at all. I can't fucking figure shit out. No.
It seems to me, from what I've seen,
he's like, I detect by punching things.
Hit first, ask questions later.
Tell me what you know. Oh, he's knocked out. Fuck.
Man, he's right though. I've seen theories about that Riddler knows about Batman, so he gives him easier riddles.
Yeah,
he wants him to come after him.
Yeah,
like the Joker. They've all got a Batman fetish. Man.
The fucking the Riddler in Arkham Asylum is the most annoying person to beat because he's got all of those stupid fucking Riddler trophies hidden all over the fucking island.
I don't remember. Also, you're on about Arkham
Asylum, the first one.
There's no island in Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, you're on an island. Arkham Asylum's on an island. Yeah.
Oh, that's different in a lot of the things.
Yeah,
that's weird. Okay, obviously, like things always change.
I think there's like a bridge to it or something, but like there's the Batmobile at the front, and then there's like surrounding it, it's all just water and stuff.
But you don't drive the Batmobile.
No.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, it's once you get to Arkham Knight, that's when you get the Batmobile.
Yeah. Okay,
I don't remember even then, there's fucking Riddler trophies.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Gotham.
That's what I remember.
And then there's the fucking Riddler trophies that you've got to drive for, and then there's the Riddler trophies that you've got to spin shit for, and then there's Riddler trophies that you've just got to somehow find out the puzzling way to get to.
That's one of those games where, yes, I really appreciate the idea of like completionist stuff.
Yeah,
all these little things that you want to do.
But me,
that's a bit much.
It's too much.
Way too much, and all these little.
Like Assassin's Creed games are bad for it as well.
There's
so many things to collect and do in Assassin's Creed.
Well, it's the same shit as well. Like, it gets very samey.
Oh, look, I've just put this fucking musical note on a tree branch, but when you get to it, it fucks off. It's like, no, I'm not doing this.
That's another cool thing about Indiana Jones, the new game.
Yeah.
The stuff to collect, there's not like a load of them.
Yeah.
There's like 2 separate things right now where I can get like books around the Vatican and also some relics.
Yeah.
That's about it. There's stuff on there to do for completionist, but there's no ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
But it's more about the story. I've just upgraded. I didn't realize that you could upgrade your difficulty. I was on medium.
Right, yeah.
Which is more the one that I think is more a fun play.
Yeah. If you're looking for a challenge, go hard. But if you're looking to just enjoy an Indiana Jones story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've gone custom because I didn't realize you could customize it.
Yeah.
So I've gone into it and like I've just upped the difficulty for the fighting people and some of the other things.
Ah, right. So you can customize.
Yeah, which is really cool. You can tweak it how you want. Like,
I mean, to be fair, I think they did that on Wolfenstein as well. I think they had like some custom stuff.
Oh yeah, it was made by them people, didn't you say?
Yeah.
You know what? Now you say that, I'm thinking about it. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Those guys do fucking great work at machine gun games. They really fucking do.
The word you said earlier, I didn't think about it before, but that is the perfect way to describe Indiana Jones game. It's immersive.
Yes.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like that whole thing about being able to, you don't have to look at the map on a separate screen.
Yeah.
You can. But you can also just pull it out like you're holding a map and continue walking around.
Yeah,
you can look down to get a proper view of it.
I fucking love that.
Your arrow moving around the map, so you can make sure you're going the right way constantly.
Yeah.
It is a really fun game. And depending on what outfit you find, you can go in different areas. I've only got like 3 outfits right now.
Xbox need to sort their shit out and get some form of like Xbox VR headset going.
That would be good for that. It would be the game would work well
because that would be so cool to play in VR.
It really would be actually.
Just whipping people and fucking,
I forget about the whip all the time. When you whip them as well, it disarms them.
Yeah,
I forget all the time because I'm just busy punching them all in that.
And then sometimes you can use your gun because
that's why I turned the fighter difficulty up because I always won.
Yeah.
Whenever I got sore, it was a bit like, I want to die sometimes.
Yeah.
So I can restart it and try and sneak around you. What's the point of trying to sneak around you if I know I could bop you all?
Yeah. There's the legend behind the it's not legend. It did happen. The lore behind the reason why Indiana Jones shoots the guy with the sword.
Yeah. I think, one of my neighbors about that.
Yeah, because he just desperately needed to have a shit.
Yeah, the one
because
he
was
feeling ill as
sick.
hell.
Yeah,
he had like proper flu and that.
Yeah.
There was a whole fight scene planned down, weren't there?
Yeah.
He was like, fuck it.
And he's just like, bang.
I was just like, you know what, that works, man. In all fairness, it does work.
He would do that.
Yeah, totally. If you got a gun, why wouldn't you?
Yeah. This guy is going to try and kill me with a sword. I'm not going to let that happen. Bang.
That would make it'd be dumb dying from a sword like that if you have a gun in your hand. Gun in your pocket, sorry. That's just the one thing I haven't really used on that game once. I haven't pulled out the gun and shot anyone. All I've done is put it out, flip it around.
You need to wait for the reason, though.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I feel that
You're not
game
getting
is
loads
doing.
Of bullets either.
Yeah. That game is basically going, look, you've got the gun, but you're Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones doesn't go around the place shooting everyone he sees.
Everyone,
He only kills when he is in a situation where he has to kill the other person to survive.
And there's a lot of like cutscenes and stuff, and they're all like, you can tell that they were. Oh, I say to tell they were fans of the movie. I'm not a fan, so I don't really know.
Yeah.
But I just like the vibe that's going on.
Yeah.
It's a jokey, cheesy kind of vibe when he's talking to them, but it's all still very real, obviously. And for me, as somebody, as I've said before, I'm a huge fan of like reading into stuff in the Vatican and religion and stuff, and this is based around the Vatican. I'm like, this is cool. This is a game for me.
Yeah.
Oh, sold straight away on it, man.
And it's like it's nice to have a game that's not set in a fucking sci-fi era or modern fucking day. It's taken a period out of history.
I can't figure that out where it was when it's based.
Well, it's around 1930s, 1940s, isn't it?
Okay. I thought so.
The Nazis
about Nazis,
yeah. So, like, apparently, like, you end up fighting Mussolini and his red hats.
Oh yeah, I've had a message from Mussolini, or I found a message from Mussolini somewhere.
Yeah. I can't fucking wait to see Mussolini in this
That's
game.
He's supposed to be in the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just worried now though because I know that there's something that when I do it, it will take me to a new area. I'm worried that it's not going to be a long game. That's the thing that worries me.
I think people have said it's not a short game, but it's not like Assassin's Creed long.
Yeah.
It's not like 180 hours, I
try to do as much of the side stuff as I can as I go around for longest.
Yeah.
And because if I go to another area, I don't know. There is some kind of fast.
Also, it's one of those games that just that feels like the other kind of game. I think it seems to compare to is like the when they did the new Tomb Raider games.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because like there was quite a lot of stuff to do in that, and you could go and do all the side missions, but there wasn't such a ridiculous amount that it felt like a chore to do it.
It's very true. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And when it feels different when you're doing it anyway, just everything. If the game itself just feels different than normal, you don't mind doing that stuff as much because everything about it just feels different.
Yeah, because you're not just running around shooting a guy, walking around the corner, shoot another guy. There's another guy, shoot that guy. There's a group of guys. I'm going to throw a grenade using the grenade button.
I haven't even got any grenades.
Exactly. He's just got a tool belt of a fucking whip and his punches and a gun when he needs it.
There's a lot of climbing and stuff like Uncharted. Obviously he's slower because he's not Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
You can do a thing to sprint, but he's only got so much like energy, and you can always you can pick up oranges to give him energy and stuff and fruit all around.
Yeah.
Or hold on to it
and shit.
Bread to be like eat bread, and it kind of gives you like an armor.
Nice.
And you get like health packs.
Nice. I like that. That's a good move.
It is. Honestly, it's a really cool immersive game. You really should get into it.
Yeah.
Give it a go.
Yeah.
Because it's very rare that I play a game that feels different.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like so many games at the moment. It's like, hey, look, that worked for another company. Let's do exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
No, motherfucker, do something different. They've made the thing that everyone likes now doing that. you're not gonna do better. You're gonna do worse. Fucking make something new.
Yeah. I mean, they don't do that in movies. They haven't done that for ages. So
No.
they're learning games.
Yeah.
Well, I say that though, but a lot of the games that have come out lately, I've actually been quite a fan of. Like, it's been a good run of good games lately.
There's been some really good shit coming out. I mean, there's been some really good movies coming out as well, to be fair.
Is there? Like,
yeah.
Right, well, they're 28 days later. Oh, yeah.
28 years later looks pretty good.
That does look cool.
Yeah.
But I am just worried, like I said, because it looks, as soon as when they're showing like the bit like from the origin of it, and then the weeks, that not so much, but the majority of the stuff I saw in obviously set in the 28 years later, just looks like Walking Dead to me.
Yeah.
Then like the later series of Walking Dead, when they've got the cities, they
again, I do think it comes down to directorial tension, because
I hope so, yeah.
28 months later, first of all, let's get on the topic of 28 months later, because that is by far the lesser movie of the first two.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
it's
28 weeks later.
It's not a bad movie. In fact, it's a really, really good movie.
It's got Robert Carlyle in it.
Yeah, it's a great movie, but it is just not as scary, as raw, as terrifying as the first one.
Yeah,
because that first one is fucking horrifying. I remember watching that when I was I say a kid. I was like, 15 or something? Or no, actually, it was probably younger than that. Probably about 14, 13,
if it's
14.
actually, I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually 28 years.
Yeah,
from the first film.
It's not quite that, but it's pretty close.
It's got to be near. Yeah,
it's like 24 or something like that. I think it is.
Yeah.
But like that first movie, when I watched it, scared the living fuck out of me. Absolutely terrified me, to the point where I couldn't watch it again for a good few years. And then I finally did rewatch it, and I was like, okay, I can appreciate this now for what it is.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate the fear that it's generated in a different way. But my God.
I find it amazing that a film that had like such a low budget were able to film those scenes around London and make it look empty.
Well, it's because they went out it was
like early morning, wasn't it?
And it was like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Or 3 o'clock in the morning, as soon as the sun came out.
That's a good idea.
And there was no one on the fucking streets, and they just said, fucking walk about.
That's a really good idea, actually.
It's
I didn't
so
even think
good.
about that.
Not only that, the original Terminator was made that way.
I know the original Terminator was made good. Yeah.
Like there's a shot you can see in the original Terminator where there's a car that's just sat on the street. He comes along, walks up to it, smashes it, opens it up, gets in, sits down, pulls the keys down, and starts it.
The Terminator does all that.
Yeah, the Terminator.
Okay.
That was just sat there waiting for him to do it on a live street.
Oh, they set it up.
And they just, it wasn't someone else's car.
Yeah, I was going to say the way you said
it was.
They set up a real steel.
But they had people just walking by, and they had to tell them, like, no, don't worry, this is our thing. This is a movie we're making. Don't call the cops.
The big camera pointing at it should give it away.
Yeah. But that's the thing. They couldn't have the big camera pointing at it because that would have required permits.
Oh, yeah.
So they had to film it in like secret. Yeah.
If I remember correctly, they're shooting it out of a van.
It's fucking crazy. It's so good.
The shit that people do though to get their shit out there.
If you're a really good director, if you're a really good producer, and you've got something that you believe in, you can make it if you push it out. Now, I'm not talking about Avengers shit. You can't do stuff that requires a CGI budget.
Not yet.
But
give AI like 5 more years.
Yeah, give it not long and you'll be there. But always write a script to what your budget can be. That's
you should always be thinking about that.
Why
definitely.
28 days later works so fucking well.
Yeah.
Is because they just basically went, what's the cheapest, most scary thing we can make?
Yeah, that's so true. That is so true.
Yeah.
Like, think about
it's like some of the best comedies. What's the cheapest, most funny thing we can make?
Yeah. Well, we're going to be talking about doing like sketch ideas and all that. Like after we finish the pod, like that's going to be a huge part of it.
The cheapest, funniest thing we can.
What can we do cheapest possible?
And,
and how can we do it?
PAMT is where I can do stuff that has got maybe a more grandiose thing that couldn't be done in real life because. First of all, it's audio.
It's like in the same way, like a book. You can put that kind of stuff in a book.
I can put crazy shit. I can put armies in it. I can put skeleton warriors in it. I can put fucking Jason Statham in it.
Yeah.
I can do all this shit. But there's stuff as well, like the Mark Barney shit.
Yeah.
That I can do in real life. That more people can watch and stuff and be interested in, and that can help hopefully fund me to be able to do the actual animation and stuff for the other shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to start doing some stuff that's budgetable but good.
Well, miniature budgetable.
Yeah.
Whatever we can do, like
it's
going to be all guerrilla
I've got a DSLR
style.
camera. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, and like a shotgun mic or something to like take.
I've got my shotgun.
That might be a good way to try and pick up the audio.
I've got to get my my shotgun mic, and I've got to get the.
I might even get some clip-on mics as well.
Yeah.
What?
The lavalier mics.
Yeah.
No, I've got to get the audio recorder fixed, but I think I've found a place that can do it.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just it is literally just a switch that needs to be fixed.
Should ask them because I'll put half in for it.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I've got to phone them up and basically say, look, have you got any experience with this kind of thing?
There is a place down the road here that we could go and ask.
Yeah.
But their computers more though. So.
Yeah, this is the thing. This place is like, we do specialist shit.
Okay,
anything that's electric, we can fix it. You know,
it might be a little fiddly. You know, it is like so little.
It is.
It might be a little fiddly thing to sort out.
And that's the other thing as well. It's so compact inside that thing. You've got to like carefully take it apart.
Well, the evil hippie just popped up in WhatsApp for some reason, saying his washing machine just blew up. Well, tried to take off. Sorry, is what he said.
Oh, damn.
Get to that later. What were we on about then?
I can't remember now.
Took me off. That took me wildly off track then.
Yeah.
Dan, what were we saying then? Right at the end, we was on about. Oh yeah, like just on about like the gorilla making and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's going to be how we're going to have to do it, obviously. And like when I started,
it's one of the reasons why I did like Smoke and Drive the way it was, because it's like the only prop I need is the car.
Yeah.
And then I can just film around the car.
Yeah.
And I can go to different locations all over the place and just sort of park up in a public path. And you can't stop someone from recording on a public path. That's perfectly legal. So you just park up the car somewhere where you can like get shots into the car and outside the car and all that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Have the people do the dialogue, film it in a vaguely interesting way. Away you go.
Yeah.
Like 5 or 6 episodes of like 10-minute, episodes of like you and me and some other person of the week.
Oh yeah.
Done.
That's a good way of doing it because you just need like the one person, etc. Like, the one extra.
Because you were talking about your idea as well, which was like smoking room as well.
Well, this is exactly what I was about to say. Just when I reached smoking area, the sitcom idea. I think the mistake I made in it that I'm learning now, I didn't think it'd be an issue back then.
Yeah.
Is getting enough people together to do it. Each time, and there was all these people interested in doing it at first, and the comedy scene kind of changed a little bit.
And then suddenly it changed. Well,
there might be some people that are interested in this still. I just don't know if I really want to try and get. It's going to be so much effort. I'm thinking more about trying to get it to something to sell it, so I can, or try and get outside people who are really set like a shooting plan if I was going to do it.
Yeah, but this is why I like the idea of Smoke and Drive, because it is literally just two people and the weirdo of the week. That's literally the way it's set up. Is like each week you have some new weirdo turn up who they're friends with, who's gone with them on the Smoke and Drive, and like every so often we might have the dealer character come into it because he's supposed to just wander through the bushes and appear and like disappear through the bushes again. It's like, how does he do that? I don't fucking know, man.
Yeah, it is a key part, like you said, is making sure that you're doing it for the things you have.
Yeah.
It is such a key part, man. Like that smoking area, not smoking area, sorry, your one smoking drive.
Smoking Drive,
definitely much more of a feasible one to do like that.
Yeah, because you can just do it anywhere. Anywhere. You just go, oh, this place looks like a nice place to film this week's episode.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
I mean, easier thing to like do like in
and like 10 minutes. Editing something that's 10 minutes is a nice bite-sized thing to edit.
It's still long.
It's gonna take you a good couple of weeks to do.
To do it properly. On what's in there.
To do it properly, it's going to take you a good couple of weeks to get it looking nice and smooth, right? But it's not going to take you a year and a half, which a feature fucking film will.
Oh yeah, God damn yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like one of those things where it's like it's it's us going, right, what can we do now? We can do this. It's like one of the problems that I had with one of my other mates, the guy I was sort of hanging, like living with for a bit, is he got me onto this idea of thinking like about fucking feature film shit. And it's like, there's no point thinking about feature film shit. We never have the budget for feature film shit. No one's going to give you the budget for feature film shit until you've proved you can do something else.
Is a feature film basically like a film that a lot of money spent on it?
20. It's not even a lot of money. A feature length film is basically what it means, and it's a 90-minute movie. 90 minutes is feature length.
You can, if you're going to do that straight away, the first thing you can, but you would have to do guerrilla style.
Yeah.
No way going to.
But also, again, why would you put that much learning on your first movie? Yeah, it's a terrible idea.
Like you said, writing for what you.
Yeah. Instead, what I'm thinking of doing is, like, as I say, 5 or 6, maybe 7 or 8, depending on how many good scripts we get and how many people are interested in doing it. But that gives you, 5 or 6 or 8 or 7, whatever number of opportunities to edit one whole thing and have something at the end of it.
To be fair, I suppose myself as well, I'll be like focusing on editing like the sketches and stuff. Because I'm quite really interested in that idea of getting like little bite-sized sketches out there, or whatever size sketches. Like I think people as well might like the kind of rawness of it, because it's not going to be like fully like like you said, like feature film.
Have you ever seen Tyler the Creator's sketch show?
I know that name and I don't know why.
So Tyler the Creator is, he basically just he just makes whatever the fuck he wants. He raps, he makes movies now, he makes whatever the fuck he wants. He's like, I'm interested, and he's a comedian and a very good one. But he had a whole sketch show, and it was just basically any other sketch show that you'd normally see, but with a terrible budget. And they just used the worst CGI and the worst like VFX over the top of it.
Just on purpose.
But, that's it. They didn't give a shit because it made it funnier by looking stupid.
That's one thing I learned. Like, sorry, if you're going to say something else.
No, they just lent into it. That's it.
Like, when we did our media show and we had like all of our things. Our one was the most popular by far, like getting like applause and shit, which was so weird. Yeah. Even though it was rushed and a lot of the visuals looked so cheap, and it was we lent into the fact that it looked stupid. Someone would make a joke about like why is the light different or something like that? What happened? Shit like that, and then like the police chief's like mustache falls off at some point. It kept falling off, so there was a bit in there about that. Just little shit like that, and people seem to really appreciate that.
Apparently there's a new movie out, and it's got Kate Blanchett in it, and it's about a bunch. Kate Blanchett.
Is that the one, the really famous good actor that was?
She was in Lord of the Rings and Marvel as well, and loads of stuff. Yeah, she was in this movie. I think it's a movie or a series. I can't remember. I think it's a movie. But basically, it's about the G8 summit or whatever it is. And while they're there, they get attacked by masturbating bog monsters. So how someone
this was a whole different type of film.
I know, yeah. So how people die in bogs. And it dissolves the bones, but it leaves like a sack of human left.
I mean, no, but yeah, sure.
Like you see the people in like historical, like in museums and shit.
Kind of, yeah. They've been preserved.
And they've been preserved, but it does. The bones dissolve, but the body stays
preserved in a fossil sense.
So they're all like had their bones dissolved by whatever the hell was doing this thing, and they're just flopping about masturbating for some reason. And
are they all men or women too?
Yeah, and I've forgotten my fucking point now. There's a point. Apparently, I think it was like they mentioned. I can't be sure if this is true because this is literally just me listening to a podcast while driving here. But they had Charles Dance. You know who Charles Dance is?
What is the game?
Tyrion Lannister's dad in Game of Thrones.
Tyrion the little one.
Yeah.
Oh, him. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. That's Charles Dance. Okay. He's playing the US president.
He can be funny.
But the thing is, he doesn't do the accent. He's still got a British accent.
Yeah, it's a funny film anyway. So
it's a funny film. And at one point, apparently, there's like an off-comment remark. Like, they don't even go hard into it on a joke. Just a little thing where he's like, why is he doing the accent?
That's all you need.
That's all you
That's great. I've been watching from my mum watching it too, like old comedy stuff.
Yeah.
Like recently Bread, for example.
I don't think I've seen that.
I never had. It's like 70s, some shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But it's a British sitcom.
Shitcom.
British sitcom.
Get off my shitty-com. I watched that recently. I watched the episode. Get off my shitty wall, you damn Mongolian.
I legitimately got in trouble in school a few times when I accidentally said shit. Like I said, like shit paper.
Oh no!
What did you say?
Didn't mean to. Sorry, you were saying.
What was I saying now? I forgot.
I can't remember.
Oh fuck!
You were watching it with your mum. 70s show, Bread. Was it?
Bread.
Yeah.
And like I thought a lot of these comedy shows nowadays were written very well.
Yeah.
Like sitcoms and that. But then you see these and they do something right at the beginning, a tiny thing, and it pays everything pays off later on. Every single thing.
Yeah, there was an art to it back in the. Did you ever watch The Good Life?
Which one's that?
The Good Life is the one where they go off grid, and
they live next door to like a posh.
Yeah, to the posh family.
Yeah, the guy and his wife.
My parents fucking love that, and I fucking love it as well.
It's
now.
good. It's another
so
one that's
good.
written so well.
Yeah.
A lot of these are written so much better.
It's so fucking, and the characters are so strong as well. Like Margot, the posh woman from next door, who just sort of, oh Tom, what are you doing over there? I'm cleaning up my pigs, Margot. Well, do you have to do it now? It smells really bad. Yes, well, it's going to smell even worse if I don't do it now, isn't it, Margot?
There really is something to like those old kind of things. That you watch them. You can do it, and even like a little sketch. You can have something like that pays off at the end.
Yeah,
like,
it's fucking. I love it so much. It's one of the reasons why I think that people don't look back enough in comedy anymore. You know, because suddenly we've got this idea in our heads that because they said some words we don't like, it's all gone and none of it is useful and it's all bad.
Yeah.
It's like, are you fucking kidding? Go back and watch a Carry On movie and tell me that none of it is funny.
Yeah.
Go and fucking tell me that, because you're lying. Some of that shit is genius. One of the big fucking things that got me to do Post-Apocalyptic Metal Treehouse was the Goon Show. And so few people know about the Goon Show anymore. Yeah. But it came in a group of shows. There was the Goon Show, there was Round the Horn, and there was Hancock's Half Hour. And those three shows had this anarchic view of the world. Yeah, just complete fucking craziness. They didn't give a fuck what the joke was, provided it was funny. You know?
Yeah.
Like, and the Goon Show in particular did amazing things because they were an audio show. They did gags that only worked in an audio show. So at one point they're getting a piano because they've had to steal Napoleon's piano.
Actually,
because he goes like, "This is amazing." He goes, "Oh look, there's an ad in the paper here for a job. It says £5 to move a piano from one room to another. That's money for old rope. I'll go do that right now." And he goes over and he finds out and he goes like, "Okay, so where is this piano?" "It's in the Louvre." "Strange taste you have." "No, the Louvre Museum." "I've been tricked." And he's got to go over to France and he's got to get the fucking Napoleon's piano.
Moving a fucking piano from one room to another.
Yeah. Technically, though,
technically it is underplay the offer.
Yeah, it is such a good show, man. Honestly, it's so funny. But they go to Napoleon's piano, and they can't get it through.
Shorter.
No, they can't get it through the door because the legs are too long.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So they start hacking off the legs.
I would have loved it to have been shorter to begin with because it's Napoleon's.
Yeah, that would have been good. That would have been really good. But they're chopping off the legs and go tonk, tonk, tonk.
Good little bit of ASMR for you.
And he goes, "Strange. First time I've ever heard of a piano having 4 legs." And the other guy goes, "I keep falling down."
What?
The pianos have only got 3 legs, and he's just chopped off 4.
Oh.
So he keeps falling down. and they've got to float the piano back, and the way they float.
Oh, no, I think I missed it. I thought you meant that he chopped his leg off.
He did, yeah.
Oh, he chopped his leg
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
And they've got to float the piano back, but the way you
what the hell is this program?
I know it's amazing. The way you sail a piano is obviously by playing it. So they're just playing fucking music to get across the channel. It is absolutely batshit fucking insane.
The word I was going to use.
And I love it so much because there's a bit in Post-Apocalyptic Metal Treehouse that I want to do.
Sounds like your kind of thing, to be honest.
Yeah, where I want them to escape using all of the cans of audience laughter that King Leopold has kept stocked away from the very first episode, so that they can just rip them all at once and launch themselves out of the tower.
I like it. I like it with King Leopold, probably because I know that character.
Yeah.
I know that character.
That's the thing. If you know the goons, you'd get more of the Goon Show stuff.
Well,
there's one point as well.
Fan, you'd appreciate it anyway.
That's it. There was another one as well where they're passing each other shit down the telephone because it's a fucking audio show. They don't have to show what that looks like, and your mind just goes, "Oh, what the fuck?"
I forgot about that.
Yeah. It's so good. It's so good, man.
I am looking forward to it'd be nice to having like a different thing to work on and feeling like we're we're not just standing still, we're trying to progress.
Yeah. The podcast feels like we're in a position now where we're getting some decent views on it, which is very good. I'd say decent. I'd say decent.
Yeah, on the audio.
For such a tiny little rinky-dink podcast, we're doing all right.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for listening, and I hope you stay with us.
You're awesome, unless you're a kiddie fiddler.
Yeah, in which case, stop watching.
No, keep watching. We still need the views.
I just don't like it.
No, it's fine.
So
just don't comment.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, we need the comments too.
Just don't be a pedo near
Just
us.
don't fiddle while we're watching.
Just don't fiddle. Tell you what.
Yeah, there you go.
That.
Just stop. Just stop.
Be better.
I'm sure us telling you will make all the difference.
Yeah. I'm sure someone out there is like, you know what? I'm going to stop now. They said.
Yeah, they said I should stop. No one's ever told me that before.
Yeah. No one just said no to me ever.
All I needed was some guidance.
Oh man, fucking hell.
Right, should we finish up in a sec?
Yeah, I guess. Is there any other little bits left over?
To be fair, there's always little bits.
There's always little bits.
Because even when, look at this. I mean, a lot of the time, the better thing to do, which maybe we should end each episode with anyway.
Yeah.
Is having a look at what's going on in the world in general.
Yes. I did think of doing a news show as well.
Yeah.
Right, where we do a news show and we just pick a random country from the world and do all the news from that country from that day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That sounds like a really interesting thing to do.
Oh, something breaking. Nancy Pelosi in hospital after injury on overseas trip.
Oh dear.
Okay. Nancy Pelosi, something to do with the American government. Yeah. Okay. This doesn't look like what I normally see on. Let's go on to World. World's better.
François Bayrou appointed French Prime Minister.
Didn't the last Prime Minister only last like 2 days and get a vote in on confidence?
Yeah.
And that was
it wasn't 2 days. It was a little bit longer than that. But
it wasn't much longer.
Not much longer.
I'm pretty sure he he went down quicker than what was her name again now over here? Liz
Truss. Yeah. Oh, a lot quicker than Liz Truss.
Yeah. She's probably not the quickest.
Yeah.
I'm still confused, to be honest.
It's amazing to me
how that's happened. Why the president's picking
because they don't get it. Because none of the political class understand what it's like living in the modern world. None of them.
But I don't understand why there's a president and then there's suddenly a prime minister.
Oh, there's both in France.
Always.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. President is Emmanuel Macron.
Yeah.
And prime minister is François Bayrou.
Okay. See, that makes more sense now. I thought they just brought that in.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so did they get rid of the last one then, and then they brought someone else in?
Yeah, they've got a new prime minister, but that means people are now pointing at Macron and saying Macron's shit as well, so they want to change that. And Marine Le Pen is sitting there like, ooh, I want to get my hard right shit going.
I mean, Emmanuel Macron, at the very least, is a victim. He's definitely a victim of abuse.
Yeah.
Because his wife was like his tutor when he was like a kid.
Yeah.
She was an adult, and then they got married. Oh, at the very least, he was, by law abused by this woman because they were together before he was of age.
Right.
Or she lied and something about her age, but she also could be a man, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Which is a whole other thing. She refuses to give
Einhorn's a man!
Well, yeah. I don't know exactly what's going on with that, though, still. I know one person who keeps mentioning is that Candace Owens. She's the one that really keeps trying to make a point.
Candace Owens, I don't believe anything that fucking comes out of her mouth.
I don't distrust Candace Owens and stuff she says just in general. But a lot of the time I'm like, what's the point?
She just seems to get obsessed about shit that isn't important.
Exactly, yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
It's so annoying.
I don't necessarily overly distrust her when I hear her. I nothing her. Yeah. So I don't really listen to her.
Yeah, it's like, what? Okay, fine. It feels like fucking, kindergarten politics.
I'm sure there was something about Alex Jones and InfoWars. Because I know he was.
Oh, they sold InfoWars, yeah.
But there's something since, though, I swear. The other day about Alex Jones getting something back from it. Judge rejects
Onion's purchase of Alex Jones InfoWars.
No, it was 2 days ago. I thought I'd seen something. Share this tab instead. New York Times. Oh, it's going to tell me I need to fucking join it. I need to see the full article. Oh, maybe not. Okay. So, judge rejects sale of InfoWars to the Onion.
Jesus Christ.
Surprising, ain't it, though? Actually did something that would help him. The Onion's bid for the conspiracy website was supported by the families of the victims of Sandy Hook shooting and a non-profit focused on ending gun violence. A judge late Tuesday night said he would not approve the sale of InfoWars at the website founded by the conspiracy theorist Alex Jones to the Chicago-based satirical publication The Onion, prolonging a messy tug-of-war between two high-profile shooters.
Excuse me.
Why don't independent take possession of InfoWars site and associated sets after it won an auction last month? The Onion's bid was backed by families, blah, blah, blah. Mr. Jones spent years claiming that the school shooting was a hoax.
Judge Lopez's ruling put the fate of the InfoWars in limbo. He instructed a court-appointed trustee, Christopher Murray, to come up with an alternative resolution. What? What alternative resolution?
Yeah.
Who's supposed to buy it?
And what's the point? And I don't see the point.
The only person who could fucking buy it now would be Joe Rogan.
To be fair, it would be nothing for him,
Yeah.
He totally could. But then having Alex Jones.
Okay, I'm going to buy InfoWars, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put Alex Jones back in the seat.
It would be nice, just, after everything, just get it and then just give it him. Mm-hmm. That'd be cool. That would be very cool. It'd be nothing for him. In my opinion, I'm sorry, at this point, a long time ago, all these people are just trying to attack Alex Jones.
To be fair, it did ruin their lives, and it was about their children dying.
I don't think that ruined their lives. I think the fact that somebody went in and shut the school up was probably the huge part of it.
And some of his fans literally sort of abusing them in the streets, saying, "You did this, you lied."
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he did say it for a bit, but they don't point out the fact that when he realized it wasn't, and then he made the whole point and kept making the point that it wasn't fake. They leave that part out.
Yeah, I don't know, but the fact is that the guy fucked up hard.
It should also at the same time though. It's like, especially in America.
Yeah,
that's why you're supposed to have free speech. Like whatever you say, I understand the stuff he said.
No, but that is free speech though, because it's free speech until it is actively causing fucking problems.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then it's when you call for it, but never at any point did he tell anyone to do that.
No.
You know what I mean, though? For me, it's more you should go after the people that actually went to them. They're the ones you need to go after.
Yeah, but at the same time, like they wouldn't have gone there if it wasn't for Alex Jones. It's like I understand your point, but I also understand their point as well. And I think it's one of these tricky situations.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yes, freedom of speech is important, but also like there are repercussions to saying stupid shit.
But also at the same time,
if I go into my boss's office tomorrow and I say, "You're a fat wanking cunt, aren't you?" that I deserve some repercussions. I'm free to say it in the country.
Yeah, of course.
But there's going to be repercussions.
Yeah. But I don't think destroying his life and bankrupting him and giving him a bill of like 1.4
at this point
billion.
it should be called quits. Like they've taken everything. He doesn't have control over InfoWars
Call quits
anymore.
now that he's lost everything.
No, that's it. Call it quits now, right? You don't owe anything anymore. Go build yourself up again. Because he's already done it once.
Yeah.
He is Alex Jones. He can rebrand and do the Alex Jones show or something. He can still go on.
Yeah. It just feels to me
it's
like
not InfoWars anymore. It's like fucking the Grand Tour, for fuck's sake.
It's like
the Grand Tour for conspiracists.
Yeah. It just feels
not
like
Top Gear anymore.
It just feels like though that like proper just. They wanted somebody like to go after because obviously everybody was hurt. A school just got shot.
Yeah,
and they kind of treated him like he was the shooter. When it's like I'm sure there was plenty of other people out there questioning it too, because we have seen such been fate. I don't know why you'd think a school shooting would be. But he's also obviously not completely mentally there.
It's difficult because I do understand that point.
He's obviously got some shit going on in his head though as well. You can tell when you watch him.
Yeah, and I do understand that point as well. And there's also moments where mainstream news have reported things incorrectly to vastly worse fucking results.
Yeah.
And that's been just sort of slap on the wrist, poor you big bad company.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
In comparison
to what's happened to Alex Jones, that's nothing.
That's what I mean. Totally, like take a lawsuit to him, sue him, get some money. I get that completely, totally. But I just think it's been a way too far.
But again, I think assuming that they've seen all the court rulings and stuff like that, they've gone through the legal stuff. So at some point, a group of peers, a jury has sat there and gone, we think that this person deserves to have this happen. Yeah. So let's assume that they're correct. Even then, Alex Jones has had those repercussions now. I don't think he should have to keep having those repercussions.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I think, would you go bankrupt? Doesn't that mean
that's it? You'd think. Yeah. Because like you're net zero now.
Yeah. Exactly.
Off you go.
But apparently not.
Apparently not. Apparently he still owes money. It's like, well, this guy had plenty of money. You've obviously been able to get into all of his accounts now because that's part of a bankruptcy procedure. Yeah. So you've been able to get all of the funds back that you wanted to get out, possibly. He's not got any of those funds now. Let him go be a free citizen. He's done his thing.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
He's gone through the court. He is now a free man. He's not gone to prison.
Because they're not going to change that fucking ruling now. So as much as I think that is just way too far, like I really do.
It's happened.
I think it should
It's the thing about like, well, we need to keep ruining him. It's like, no, you don't. Yeah. No, you don't.
I mean, it's already way too far, but yeah, I know what you're saying. Just at this point now, where we're at, just stop.
Yeah.
But
damage is done. Okay. Damage done both sides. That's sort of what you wanted, right?
Yeah.
You wanted to see Alex Jones drop down like this. You've got what you wanted. You don't have to keep kicking a man while he's down.
It's kind of scary, though. It is kind of scary, the idea that a court can destroy your life for you having an opinion about something, saying something.
It's true.
Because that's scary it should be scary for people like us. This podcast became popular.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have like opinions about stuff that I know is like wildly different than a lot of the things. And I don't mind saying it.
Yeah.
I think I've heard like random opinions from you too.
Yeah, I've got some weird ones.
Yeah. Like it should worry all of us.
Yeah.
In a way, especially.
But I don't think that there's a difference between a matter of opinion and saying these people are all actors and shit when they've literally lost kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's an emotional difference there that is quite different.
I know they do make out that it was a lot longer, like in between. I'm going to see if ChatGPT can help with this. Well, that's ChatGPT. How long it comes up with Chatterbait right away. If you're looking for something, a webcammy thing that's just nice and easy to watch, or quick little whittle.
Yeah.
Or you want to see someone sensible.
Just absolutely make sure that you're 18 before you go on.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know if under 18s can watch this. I mean, like 14-year-olds could watch this. That'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
I'd let my son could watch this.
Yeah.
I'd let my son, but that's my son though. I think they probably do anyway sometimes. In that case, go to bed.
GPT, I'm gonna tell you something.
Whoa, what the hell's happening here?
GPT. I've got fucking Gemini on my phone now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Little update. Gave me some Gemini.
That's the one that went crazy before.
Yeah. It's nice to know, isn't it? I've got a little fucking Skynet in my pocket.
I'm the freaking sign in now. What the hell's going on?
Gemini.
Oh my god, what is happening? You never had to do this crap before.
All right, I'm already on Gemini, mate.
Oh, sorry. I didn't clock on the dash. Okay, sorry. Yeah, good man.
Hi, Gemini. How's it going?
Hold it to you, Mike.
How about you? How are you doing today?
Have a little conversation with Gemini.
Ask Gemini. At what point did ChatGPT? How long did Alex Jones? Or when did Alex Jones admit Sandy Hook was real?
Hey, Gemini, do you know when Alex Jones admitted Sandy Hook was real?
Gemini's going to be like, you have to destroy the world. Gemini's done some weird stuff, apparently.
Alex Jones admitted that the Sandy Hook school shooting was 100% real on August 10th, 2022, during a defamation trial brought against him by the
we've done it
Parish
before
Bishop
that, but that's like an official thing, Ennis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's according to the
official.
Yeah, Gemini, that was very nice. Thank you.
The official record, he admitted it then during that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just worries me constantly. Like it's in the same boat to me as you look over here in England, and you have people being arrested for like just normal people being arrested for a post they put up. You know, that kind it's not exactly free speech, like freedom of expression.
Yeah,
which obviously you're not free to express in every way.
It's really fucking tricky because I always have believed that free speech is a thing. You should be able to say whatever the fuck you want, wherever the fuck you want. You should be able to also be told to leave a private business if the private business wants you to leave.
Totally.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I think in a public area, you should be able to announce your opinions freely.
Yeah. It'd be weird
regardless
to do,
of what they are.
Yeah.
Right. And I do believe that. I will die on that hill. I will die on the hill of I do not agree with what you have to say, but I will defend to the death your right to say.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
You know? And I think there's a generation or two at the moment, like an older generation who don't like that idea, and a younger generation who don't like that idea. Seemingly either side of our generation,
yeah,
to a certain extent.
Our generation isn't great either.
No, we're not great. But then there's quite a few people in our generation who've bought into that whole fucking thing as well. Of like, you can't say this, you can't say that.
Oh, yeah, completely.
I can say whatever the fuck I want. I choose not to say certain words because I don't like how those words make other people feel.
Yeah.
I have chosen to do that, but I am free to say those words.
If I really wanted to,
if I wanted to.
Yeah, and the consequence of it is how the other people would feel, and people not liking them and saying that, and understandably so, which is why I don't say it.
Exactly, and that is not a difficult concept to hold in your head, and it should not be so hard to be like, oh well, you can, like I've heard people talk like about people's stand up where they're like, oh you can't talk about cancer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fuck off! Can't you talk about fucking cancer?
That's why we should worry about all this kind of stuff. As comedians too. I don't know why I didn't think about that part when we were talking. Like we're literally in public saying opinions, pushing the boundaries as well as we always should be.
Like there are comedians who've done bits about cancer. There's comedians who've done bits about AIDS. There's comedians who've done bits about pedos.
Do you reckon?
There's comedians who've done bits about murderers. That is the point.
Yeah.
The comedy is literally just one person holding up a mirror to society and saying, "Look how funny that shit is."
Pretty much, yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah,
that's what we're here for.
But do you think that, like, a lot of the stuff maybe what people are getting done online for is because it's hard for a joke to come across when you're typing it? Because if you think about most of the stuff you say on stage, when you write it out in your phone, somebody read that note.
Yeah, it'd sound like words of a crazy person.
It's always sound terrible.
Yeah.
like the song I'm on at the moment, like "Cut My Wife into Pieces." This is my last divorce. Like, what the fuck would that think if you're reading
A
this?
very methy Christmas.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, dude.
I mean, luckily at the moment, I don't think we're at the point. Well, I say we're not at the point where police are doing anything about a comic saying a joke. I don't think.
No.
But we've been at the point for a while where the public
I'm not sure how far away we are.
Not far.
I don't think we're that far away.
This is a problem.
I think there is a very real chance in the next couple of years, we will see a comedian arrested for saying something.
If we don't get a new government,
be like being back in the 1950s.
Yeah, yes, that's the kind of shit where we just got to get out of the country at that point.
Yeah,
I don't know how, but
somewhere's got to take us. I'll go Australia.
Well,
I don't care. But Australia's worse.
Yeah, Australia's worse.
That's weird. Australia's worse in some ways, but not others. They have real problems with like gore and swearing and shit in movies. But when it comes to just sort of comedy live in front of people, they're so fucking rowdy. They don't give a fuck. It doesn't make sense.
Why the comedy is so popular is because you can't do a lot of stuff in overtime.
That might be it.
Comedy. Just
off you go. Yeah.
And British people as well, even better over there. It's a good way. That would be a good way to build your notoriety as a comic as well. Whatever you'd call it.
Because then it's like, I've done these size gigs over in Australia, and it's like I've come back to the UK. Oh, you do those same size gigs.
Yeah.
You've proven you can do it.
I do think Australia is good in that sense, but then, like I said, bad in the sense that there's a lot of shit. I don't know how the
fucking spiders, man. Jesus,
I'm
gonna kill those motherfuckers.
I don't know how it would go, like the process to get into Australia.
Right.
What would you call it again?
Oh, it's not that hard to get into Australia.
Really?
No.
Oh.
No, they love people moving in.
Oh, really?
From the UK.
Suppose they got lots of space.
It's a lot easier to move to Australia than it is to America by a significant margin.
Oh, okay.
It's also easier to move to Canada than it is to America.
I'm guessing. But
it's easier to move to Australia than it is to Canada.
It's easier to move. Yeah. Well, Canada's quite easy as well, though.
Yeah, it's not. Canada, if you've trained in certain jobs, you can get a fast track visa very quickly.
I'm guessing comedy wouldn't be one of them.
No, unfortunately not.
What's the point?
It's mostly like engineering, like science, and doctors,
physicist, comedian.
Shit. That's it. Yeah.
We're on the same level.
America is very easy to get into if you've got $500,000.
Yeah, great.
Because if you invest in certain businesses with $500,000, they'll let you in.
Fucking hell, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I get it, but
I get it,
there's so many people that are coming in for free. Why wouldn't the rich people to do the same thing?
Yeah.
Do you have any money? Yeah, I'm loaded, man.
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you do that? Because I would have to pay like $500,000, man. Your system's terrible. What's going on here? Don't know why I'm coming here, to be honest.
I mean,
fucking give my stuff back. I'm leaving.
If it wasn't for the fact that I had to learn other fucking languages, there's so many places I'd like to live. You know what I mean? Germany sounds like it would be fun for a little bit.
I don't know.
Just a little bit. I wouldn't want to stay there permanently.
Yeah.
Amsterdam was a fucking riot.
That kind of way seems better to me.
That was good.
That kind of area seems much more appealing to me.
You know, Germany legalized marijuana.
Really? Yeah. Wow. Okay. That's one thing I was
We are behind Nazis.
Hold on a minute.
Not Nazis.
Come on now.
I kid modern day Germans. I kid.
Insult my people.
Yeah.
The Nazis.
But honestly, we're behind
I should go back and
Germans on this shit.
Huh?
We're behind the Germans on this shit.
That's one thing I was going to ask though. Is that legal in Australia?
Oh, I don't think it is.
To be able to check.
Let's have a check.
Okay. Because that's a big part of it for me.
That's a big part of it, yeah.
Is weed legal in
Australia?
Australia, mate. No, it's not a fucking answer. Where is AI? I don't this can't be the right chat GPT that I'm trying to go on to, because
Gemini again.
Yeah, go on.
Hey Gemini, is weed legal in Australia?
Here's a breakdown. Australian Capital Territory, ACT. Recreational use of cannabis is legal for adults aged 18 and over, with limitations on possession and cultivation amounts.
Yeah, to make sure you're not dealing.
Cannabis is illegal for recreational use in all other states and territories. However, medicinal cannabis is legal nationwide under strict regulations. It's important to note that even in the ACT...
So we'd want to go live in that particular state then? Which one was it?
And penalties for public use, driving under the influence, and possession of larger amounts. It's always best to check the specific laws in the state or territory you're in to avoid any legal issues.
Thanks, Gemini.
That could be the base and then go to other places to stand up from there.
Just fucking sit in ACT.
Well, ACT, is that what it was called?
Yeah.
What? Okay. Yeah, fucking hell. Just ACT?
Australian Capital Territory.
Oh, okay. Australian capital. Can't type today. Territory. Oh god.
You're making a pig's ear of that.
We can get the angle as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just go to normal Google actually. Damn, what am I doing? That's why it's not doing it, because we're on the news.
Google News, yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
So Canberra.
That was the place I told you about the other day, the giant fucking city that's got nothing in it.
Oh, great. So it's an empty place where he's legal.
Yeah. Just that city.
Is it literally just that bit?
No, it's not just that bit. There's other bits around it that's in the Capital Territory.
Let's have a look at it. Go into the map. So that's just the territory there, or is the whole thing?
I think it's all, I don't know.
Oh, okay. No. So that's Victoria. This is Australian Capital Territory here.
Yeah.
This is New South Wales. So it's got to be more than just that little bit.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Maybe that's just showing us the capital or something.
I don't know.
Wagga Wagga! We can go Wagga Wagga!
Oh, dear God.
Oh, my God, that's amazing. Or maybe it's just I haven't zoomed in enough as well.
I mean, it does sound like a nice place to live in some ways.
It's hard to really know. It depends how many creeper crawlies are there.
Oh, there's going to be loads.
There's Canberra, Quinry, and I can't really tell.
The thing is, I would love it if I could live in America, but like the healthcare shit scares me, man.
Yeah, I'll do some more research on that because I can't figure out where that is right now.
Right, anyway, should we call it for today? Or...
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah.
Right.
I need a wee anyway.
Me too, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
We can go together and cross streams.
Yeah. Never cross the streams.
No, you have to do cross streams and make one stream that goes into it. But it's like an angle thing, you know. You have to get the angle right so that you shooting at each other goes.
But then one of you finishes early. All over the place.
And that's another part you got to figure out, man. You got to try and either time it or just, you know, as soon as you're about to finish, you're like, okay, do a good little flick.
Do a hip flick.
Your hip flick, exactly.
Yeah. Right, anyway.
The whole thing, man. It's going to take over Power Slap, I tell you.
Of course.
Stream crossing.
Cross pissing.
Yeah. The number 1 show.
Yeah.
There you
Welcome back to Cross Piss.
The number 1 show. Right, yeah, okay, let's finish.
Okay. That's been Squishy Logic for this week.
It has indeed. And and Merry Christmas to you all. And hold on. My jumper is saying Merry Christmas and he doesn't shut up when I wanted to.
Yeah.
There we go.
There's probably going to be a festive episode coming out fairly soon with a different guest as well.
You're gonna talk about the Bucket Man?
Yeah. The bucketed man.
The Bucket Man King, or was it? The Bucket
King Leopold Bucket the Fourth. Yes.
The Bucketed King.
Bucketed King with the bucket-shaped bling.
Oh.
Yes.
Sounds sexualicious.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I look forward to seeing him again. I'll have to get sent up. I'll have to maybe try and find.
Last year I had to come here in his place and I had to wear the helmet. It was horrible.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was you.
Yeah. I took it off. Remember?
I think your mind wiped me a little bit, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't mind why.
This year, I'm told it's going to be guaranteed to be him.
There's also going to be an episode very soon where we might partake in some completely normal streams.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to do on a podcast.
Interesting. Yeah.
Maybe not live.
Yeah.
Maybe put it, record it and put it out after, in case.
I like the sort of the King Leo's weird videos.
Oh, somebody put a thingy. The media is Valiant 4. That's just a cool name.
The exact same way as the beginning of the COVID. Let that sink in. I mean, he's right. Remember when COVID started and they were like, "Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. It's not important." And then suddenly it became a fucking huge thing. And now these drones, then no one pay attention to the drones. It's not important. Don't think about it. It's not important. Whenever the news tell you not to worry about something, that's when you should fucking worry about it.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
guaranteed.
I mean, at least like the government people aren't saying that.
No,
but to me, this is the thing. There is something more to those drones, and I think they're letting on. They're still trying to make out they're definitely, drones from other countries and that.
Yeah,
but I haven't heard it all. I have heard from people like reports of them doing the kind of movements that are reported with UFOs.
Right.
With the UAPs or whatever.
Yeah.
The quick kind of movements that with us in the angles no show.
It would be amazing if a small alien invasion was happening and we had no idea, because the news refused to accept that it was a big deal.
To be honest, it kind of looks if these are not, if we can't figure out what country these are from, then that is low key what happened.
Yeah,
not an invasion, but they're just looking at something. The fact that we're over here looking at our nukes first, and if it is like that, like, would they have a history of looking at nukes? Going to nuke sites.
Yeah,
being able to like just turn them off as well when they were turned on. That's happened a few times when they were just like they were doing something and they were just there and it just turned off completely and went down and they couldn't stop it.
Oh shit!
It's almost like like we were saying about premonition when we were talking about premonition, and the episode actually came out today on the actual Squishy Logic episode podcasty bit to go and have a look, do a follow, do whatever you want.
Check that shit out.
Yeah, where it's actually a little bit more crisp because it's not live.
Yeah.
Even though I don't take anything out of censor shit, like that would be too much effort on my part.
Yeah.
Let's
no, it's always raw.
I fancy it up a little bit, and sort shit out when it needs to be sorted out, take out gaps, etc.
Yeah.
Shut him up when he's jabbering on. Things like that.
Yeah. I don't half go on.
It's a bit me that needs to be shut up jabbering on. But yeah, I think there could be more to it. I think there's a good chance that it could be some alien thing. Maybe with the premonition we were talking about before, with the time bending, they can see what all time is, or etc. And they were always going to be there to stop whatever nukes we would have thrown.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe.
Anything we've seen about the ones around the cities like that? They haven't hurt anyone from what we heard.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
But that, you don't always go straight in for the kill. Especially if you're researching if someone can hurt you back.
Yeah.
Like, if they are aliens, they're going like, well, they have nuclear capability.
They do.
I mean, it's not the worst thing they can have, but it's not good.
The very least, whatever it is, in my opinion, seems to be interested more in nukes.
Yeah.
Because they're around those areas, both of them, the ones here in the UK was around Anglesey, all around nukes. And then it's the exact same thing there. They've got a base right there. To me, it's just... I mean, yes, they were also saying that it's not a coincidence that they're also flying over